Welcome, everyone, to episode 11 of Heralds of the Titans. There's been a couple of changes of stuff going on. We did unfortunately have one player who had to back out of the campaign. So I would like to, for the audience, welcome Crusage, who will be taking over. Weirdly enough, did actually pick the same class and subclass. So we do have another armor artificer. Um, so, party composition actually, weirdly enough, did not change. However, the party members in it did. But on the last episode, our party arrived to Port City, um, where they were immediately accused of having. They were arrested and stood before the judge, who, after going over all the evidence, thought that there was way too many actual holes within the testimony to um, convict the adventurers, but did basically say, look, I'm stuck in a situation here where, you guys are not free to leave yet because I can't prove your innocence either. So she made a deal with the party basically saying, go find who the actual killers are, investigate this for us, and when you are able to clear yourself, I'll, release you. Um, and so the party began investigating, and they started with the tavern keeper, um, who they determined, based upon his testimony, that they did not believe that with the evidence that they have so far, that he was the killer. They worked to basically help him and fix all of the equipment within his inn, and earned some free room and board and free drinks as a result of it. Um, Proceeding after that, the other half of the party went to go investigate their second suspect of it after they had found incense on mixed in with the blood of the victim. And they found out that the only person who would really sell something of that nature was the herbalist on the other side of town. When they went to go and investigate and, question the herbalist, they found that she as well had been murdered in the same exact manner as the uh, cleric had. As they investigated that, they learned that she was a member of the Order of Phantoms and was a part of their monster hunters, which was called the Shade Stalkers. Um, they found a armory, essentially, that she had in a hidden room within her shop that had all kinds of elixirs and silvered weapons and notes on all kinds of different monsters, where they got information specifically about her tracking down a changeling. Um, they also found a bit of gear within the room, but most importantly, what they discovered and were um, concerned about is that one of the silvered weapons, who had been so meticulously laid out, was missing from the armory. As they left the herbalist shop, there was a guard outside who mentioned to them that they were needed to come to the docks because another body had been found. Um, as the party traveled over to the docks, the party will look around and they realize that they're missing a party member. There's only 3 of them now. Somehow they lost Granny Apple in moving over to the docks. But as they do arrive at the docks, they see a crowd gathered around, a bunch of angry pirates and whatnot that are basically pushing up against the guards who are forming a perimeter around one of the buildings at the docks. You hear, as you approach, you hear all kinds of different accusations going around, saying that, they're just going to sweep this under the rug like all the other times that their kind have been discriminated against, and that the people, they don't really care, and that they should let the pirates figure out what happened here instead of the city guard. Um, Saying every murder that has ever happened to one of their crew has always ended up becoming a cold case regardless. So they'd rather investigate it and figure it out for themselves as to what happened. But interestingly enough, um, to our new member, Gear, you arrived on the boat today, coming to Port City, and as you got off the boat, you got caught up in all of this mess and whatnot, and people immediately started pointing fingers at you, saying it was probably this guy. We don't know him. We've never seen this guy around. So you've got caught up in this murder as well and are being accused of murder. The investigator currently is speaking with you, and that is where we will begin our session today. I just have to ask you a few questions, sir. So, if you don't mind, of course. They believe that you were responsible for this murder. Have you any idea who this dwarf is?
I have no idea. I just arrived here myself.
Where were you coming from?
I got lost up north and decided that I should probably try and make my way back home.
Up north. Are you
Yeah.
from Kamikis?
No, I'm from Lasharva. Uh, just went on an expedition and kind of got lost in the wilderness. My guide, he ended up dying.
I'd ended up. Was your guide the dwarf?
No, 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 no. My guide died
He
over
was
two
not, by
weeks
the way.
ago.
I see. Well, uh, um, as soon as the other investigators arrive here, I'm sure they're going to have a few questions, so I'm going to ask you to stay put.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
believe I'm going to have you sit before the judge and see what she thinks as well, if they think that there's some sort of suspicion involving you. Why are they taking so damn long? That's where I'm gonna turn it over
I
to
don't
you
have a problem with
guys.
that.
So I'm gonna try to like skinny my way through the crowd.
Come over to Marcus. Is this where we're supposed to go?
Me, we were heading towards trying to find a guard, right?
You were told that there was another murder at the docks.
Uh, well, I mean, docks, boats along planks. I think this is the docks.
Looks like Lochna does heading up. I'll move him up towards him.
Locknada, the only thing that I need you to do is roll a dexterity save with advantage.
Oh god, this isn't good. Hello? You guys
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. Just waiting on the results of the roll.
You still have advantage, right? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Thank you. 12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
You do get pushed around a little bit, but you do manage to make it through the crowd. They're not like nobody's trying to like hit you or anything like that, but they are quite angry right now. Arms are flailing and the whole bit. So you do make it through without any issues or anything. And as you get to the other side of the crowd, you find a wall of guards.
I need to go. I need to get through. I'm one of the investigators investigating the murders in this town.
Ah, here they are. Make way. Where's the others?
They should be coming up right behind me. Although, I don't know where. I think one of them got lost.
Okay. I'll try and send a detail out to find her.
So, who's this?
The other guards will, or the pirates will, after hearing him basically say, make way, they will clear a path for you all.
All right, I head through with the group, assuming the group is going.
Well, I'm already. Oh, there you are, Eric. I was like, where did Eric go? You're with the wall of guards.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they close in again to form the wall around you all.
Mm-hmm.
This here is one that was seen within the area that many of the pirates claim that they do not recognize. I also have no records of this man as well. I checked his papers and he claims to be someone by the name of Gear. But I have nothing within the records for him.
What do I see upon looking upon gears? Or do you want me to roll just for information?
You see a dude in some sort of armor. It looks somewhat magical, but you do see that there are a lot of mechanical parts involved with it. You recognize this, having worked with Lasharva before. This appears to be the craft work of one of the a member of the Artificers Guild from Lasharva.
Ah, an artificer, I see.
You sure do have quite the eye.
So what brings you over this port city? Is it
No,
what's it called? Is it port
Yeah,
city?
this is Port City. Yep.
Yeah. What brings you here to port city?
As I told this gentleman over here, I was up north venturing out. My guide ended up, unaliving himself on accident. I'm really unsure how it even occurred like it, but it did, and I got lost. I was only able to get here because I knew kind of the lay of the land in a weird retrospect. I just got here myself, to be honest.
You did you?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Maybe an hour
You would
or
have
two.
arrived last night, probably.
Oh, last night.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay. Where's the body?
Over there, within the building. He's pointing to it.
Oh, okay. You
So far, it seems like it's just another within the serial killer's MO. Same.
Wait, there's a serial killer on the list? Oh god, just what I
Yes,
hate.
there is. Speaking of, there is also there's the herbalist that these two went to see. She was also murdered in the same fashion.
I heard one of the guards informed me.
Okay, good. You did get the message.
Hey, manliness.
That's why I do believe that this is a serial killer. So far, that makes 3 murders.
I whisper in manliness's ear. Hey, we could pin the whole thing on the new guy and just get away with this and not have to deal with this.
I kind of like elbow you a little bit nonchalantly.
I snicker.
You two, you two, stay out here.
Well,
Stay out here. Talk to Gears.
take a look at
It's-
it and see if you think that this man is responsible for it or not, and let me know. Because if you think that there's a lead with that, I'll send him to the judge and see what she says. Otherwise, I think that I'm just going to give him the same offer that I had with you and have him tag along with you guys.
Is he
Well-
being accused of anything, or is it just because he's unknown?
I think he's being accused.
Mostly unknown, but the pirates seem to think that it's him, so I would like definitive proof that it's not him before I just set him free to not risk having a revolt here on our hands.
It sounds logical. I'll go along with this little party.
I bet you will.
So in that case, this is what we're gonna do. Marcus, I want you to talk to Gears, see what information you can get from him, and figure out exactly what his alibi is. Eric, you're with me inside, pronto.
All right, and I head tail towards manliness.
So I'm just gonna move myself up to the body. There's also something I want to do when we get to the body, but not with the body. Like I wanted to talk to Eric.
It's probably been over an hour since we found the herbalist body, right?
Not quite.
No, okay, so you still have advantage on intelligence rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
For
I'm going to go and inspect this. I assume that you have him
manliness.
marked.
What's that?
I assume you have him handled, or would you prefer me to stay here? I would like to
I
hear
can
what they have.
handle him. If there's anybody that could keep him contained, it would be me.
Wonderful.
You have my promise. I'm not going to do
Oh.
anything.
So
See what I mean, though? Same MO from what I can see. You'll see, like, the glyph around the body again. You see the mouth sewn shut. Both hands are missing.
Yeah.
someone really did want information getting out.
You're not in the room.
Oh,
I know you're talking.
I am going to start with Lochnadah on this one.
Okay. Investigator, could you give us the room for a second? There's something I need to figure out here. Just keep an eye on Marcus for a little bit because he has a way of talking in the unpleasant manner, if you know what I mean.
hee hee.
I see where I'm not wanted. I understand.
We trust you a little more than him. I'm gonna whisper to Eric. I'm like, "Hey, come here."
I was told to stand by and make sure that you didn't say anything unpleasant to him.
To me?
Eric.
No, he was looking at Marcus when he said that.
Oh, well, you know.
Right. Go ahead, Lochnadah.
Hey, pull out the amulet. Was the amulet going off? Vibrating?
I pull out the amulet.
You are not attuned to it yet. It does not seem to respond to you at all. From what you've read within the book, you should think that it is going off at this point because Karama is standing right next to you.
Yep. Seems I don't have access to the full potential of the amulet yet. It doesn't seem to be working. I mean, Karama's right next to me, and it would be going off. I do have a question for DM real quick. Would my detect magic still be up because it's 10 minutes long or no?
10 minutes? No.
Okay.
It's probably been about 40 minutes since you've been to the herbalist.
Okay. Then I would like to
Which
cast,
actually reminds
since
me.
since we're alone. I would like to try and do this undetected. I'd like to cast detect magic.
Well,
Okay.
we're the only two in the room right now.
You're channeling the you're doing it as a ritual, right?
Hmm.
Or are you
Locked it
just
up.
casting it
What
right
would you
away?
recommend? Doing it as a ritual or just casting it normally?
Ooh. Are you talking to me in character or out of character?
Both.
Okay. So, out of character, I would tell you to do it as a ritual because, it saves you spell slots.
Okay.
But in character, I would tell you to get it done as quickly as possible.
Okay, then I'm gonna do it as quickly as possible. I'm just gonna do it and use a spell slot
Okay.
and cast detect magic.
That's what I would recommend anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see anything specifically magical within the area besides you see a few trinkets and whatnot, glowing on Loch-Nada.
Well, wouldn't I technically be full of magic since I'm disguising myself?
As far as I know, actually, yeah, you would. You would see illusion magic radiating off of
Manliness.
Loch-Nada.
But you already know it, so
Right.
it's not really
You would also see like a couple of the magic items that he's carrying and whatnot, such as
the +1
the
sword.
+1
Yeah, +1
sword,
sword.
which is radiating enchantment magic, and a few of the other magic trinkets that he's wearing, like theater and stuff like that.
Since I can see outside, because clearly on this map I'm literally standing right here and there's literally an opening and I can clearly see the guards.
Mhm.
Do I notice any the glowing that I notice on the other guards?
You do not.
Okay. All right. I go to lock into. Okay, so it seems like everybody here is fine. I don't sense any changelings or anything, which is good. So if this murder had happened and the changeling, for example, like morphed themselves into one of the guards.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say we have the book. I didn't think.
But just roll an Arcana check, quick.
Okay.
Not you, Eric.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I know.
16. No modifiers.
You would get the sense that detect magic probably wouldn't reveal actual shapeshifters. You're not 100% sure, but you would kind of think that creatures like a changeling probably wouldn't be so easily outed by a simple spell like detect magic.
Question then, if I could, because this is me just trying to understand things. When in the last episode, when I casted it and I saw like the glowing on the eyes of the guards, what was that supposed to represent then?
You're not sure?
Okay, that works for me. So I go to
You would know from your experience with druids who are also shapeshifters that the only time that like magic would be visible on them is when they're actively transforming. Once they're actually transformed, there wouldn't be any traces of magic left.
Okay. But aside from Loch-Nada, there's no other like magical items in this room that we're in.
No.
And myself. Okay.
And yourself, yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you see?
Well, I see your items. I don't see any other magical items around. Nothing magical on the corpse. Krama, do you notice anything?
Nothing that I can see that we haven't seen from any of the others.
Fair. Lochner, do you think you can do anything with this corpse here? I mean, it's kind of... Looks like its mouth is sewn shut. Looks like the same thing with the last corpses. Its hands have been cut off.
Yeah, I know. I need you, Kurama. I need to ask a favor of you.
Sure.
I want you to follow around the investigator. Something doesn't add up. And I don't like not knowing the truth.
Well, I can certainly try.
Like, just...
That is, of course, I mean, ultimately, Eric would be the one to make the choice on that one. If he would like me to leave his side.
Yeah,
Eric?
I'm completely fine with that. Your stealth is really good.
You wish for me to just follow him for tonight, then, and reconvene with you all in the morning?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be perfect.
that would work for me.
Very well. I will do that as soon as we leave here, and there's a chance that I can break off from you all and take a peek.
Yes, and then I'll just tell him which tavern to meet us at in the morning.
Well, you're going to be at the same tavern, I
Yeah.
assume.
Yes, the same tavern, yeah.
If anything happens,
Well,
Crumb, I'll come and find you at night if possible.
Well, the good news is that I can't exactly be murdered.
Yep.
But if he does try and kill me, I suppose that would give me the information I need right away as to whether or not he's the one.
Yeah.
He
Just,
doesn't know that I'm a Fey Beast.
well,
Just stay safe.
that's better for us. All right, you can't just fix this ton, can't you? Can you?
Oh, with magic? No.
I was
They're
talking to
very
Eric.
few. Oh.
Sorry, that was the Eric. My bad.
It's okay. No, I can't do nothing.
Uh,
Do you think you could try and do the rewind thing? You know, that thing you did in that area?
yeah, let me just try this again. Well, the hands are not really with me, from what it seems like, and
Yeah.
I'm going to roll.
Is that an intelligence check?
It is because it's investigation, but I
Yeah,
already
you'll
have
roll.
advantage on it,
You'll roll with advantage.
Yeah, because I give him advantage on intelligence.
and plus I have advantage when it comes to detect with corpses.
Oh, double advantage. Hey,
Well,
yeah.
25.
I'll think of
25?
that.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
You see the eater activate, and sands begin to flit around the dead pirate. Almost as though it is searching for information, gleaning what might have happened, searching through time. They begin to form an image, though you can clearly see that there are two distinct figures, and one of them is much shorter than the other, but you can't really determine from any distinguishable features between, other than their height, the two figures. And you can see that the dwarf was working on, well, appeared to be working on moving shipments and going through a checklist and whatnot. Where he was caught off guard and slain. As he was slain, you do see the figure, the taller figure, his murderer, raise a hand, and the sands make the appearance of what you could perceive maybe as some sort of casting. The body itself raises up. You've seen something like this before. Whoever this caster was, it looks like they cast Speak with Dead on the body. The sands then fade away.
Damn it. Did Eric see that too, or was it just me?
Eric would have seen it as well, yeah, because
Okay.
he's in the area. You would also see, based on just inspecting the body and stuff like that, I'm going to use the same roll for this as you just go over everything, and the sands kind of highlighted certain parts. As you look closer to the wounds and stuff like that, you see traces of silver. This is something that you did not see previously on any of the other bodies.
Yes.
I think we should go talk to Marcus.
Yeah, get Marcus in here now.
I mean, we can go to him.
Putting a pause on that, we're going to then swap over to Marcus and Gear.
Gears pulling out a cigar.
So tell me, where did you come from? Across the boat? Or did you come across land?
I came across boat.
In what country did you come from?
Lasharva.
Of course you did.
I'm wearing Lasharvan I can't English right now. Forgive me.
Artificer?
Artificer gear.
That doesn't mean anything.
I thought you said you were coming from Kamicus.
I said up north. I said I departed from Lasharva. I come from Lasharva.
I
Up
mentioned
north is-
Kamicus and you said yes, though.
I said up north. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I said maybe around that area.
What is
Never
the
said
deal
it
with all of you saying that you came from up north? He's looking at Marcus.
I'm wondering if there's not some spell fuddling our minds.
I can guarantee you, there is no spell fumbling with my mind.
What makes you so sure?
There are a couple different reasons that are personal to me.
I see. Interesting. I swear to you, though, that you told me that you had come from Kamicus.
No, I said.
Am I
Lasharva.
crazy? He's looking at Marcus. Did he not say Kamicus?
And all the hustle and bustle, I didn't quite hear the beginning of the conversation. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Where's the other investigator when I need him?
Either way, you guys look like you guys could use one. He offers you a cigar.
No, thank you. It's bad for your health.
The investigator just eyes you suspiciously, puts a hand up, and pulls out his own.
Fair enough, fair enough. He takes one, lights it up.
The investigator pulls out a lighter and lights his own.
So tell me, I hear that there is a serial killer on the loose?
That's the current theory. So far, 3 murders that have matched the MO.
What's the MO?
Human, artificer, the usual.
Well, if we were having a murder that was specifically targeting artificers, I think that this would have been over a lot sooner.
Oh, no, I was saying he's suspicious.
Oh, yes. The story inconsistency alone has me befuddled on that, but... the MO that we've seen so far is every single person has been covered in some sort of glyph. I have no idea of the origin of it myself. It appears to be some sort of cult's ritual. It makes me think, especially with the cleric being slain, that this was some religiously motivated killing. A bit of information that you have missed, by the way, from the investigation team that I sent in after the herbalist. After you all. Just recently got a report back from that. seems that she was part of a illegal cult that was worshipping Argreus.
I wasn't aware that worshipped Argus was illegal.
Are you kidding? Where have you... Are you not a cleric of the cycle? You should have known this for a while.
Just
You
because
would have,
I'm the
you would
cleric of the
have known
cycle
that, though.
doesn't mean that I was taught everything about the laws of all the different lands.
You would have actually known that, though.
Or would I have? Okay.
Yeah. Like, that was one of the things that was taught, that worshipping Argreus right now is considered illegal by many of the,
I thought it was just frowned upon.
No, well, heavily frowned upon. As in, like, in some, like... Realistically, what it is right now, and it's mostly easily disguised as, I worship the Church of Shadows, which would be right now headed by a Cree.
Yeah.
Which is how you're able to essentially do the same rituals and stuff like that without raising an eyebrow. All of it is still frowned upon but specifically worshipping Argreus is not legal.
Okay.
I'm going to just say that you knew that already and just kind of nix that little conversation there.
Yeah, I misunderstood the
Not
concept.
raise, yeah. Sorry, that's my bad on that. So, she was found to be a worshipper of Argreus.
Blasted fool.
At any rate, they've also had their hands removed and their tongue removed and their mouth sewn shut.
What I don't understand is why sew the mouth shut if you're going to remove the tongue?
I have no idea. This is something that I have not been able to figure out yet. I hate to say it, but 3 bodies isn't really enough. But so far, we have a cleric of Alavandria and Argreus slain. I'd be curious as to what titan this dwarf worshipped.
Do you think it's people that worship certain titans? I was trying to figure out the
A running
connection.
theory.
Because there was a connection with the blood and an incense from herbalist to the rituals.
A running theory, but I have limited information.
I wonder how this pirate ties into all this.
Well, I do find it a bit interesting that not a single person... I mean, there's only 2 bodies right now. I would like you to take a look at that and bear this theory in mind with the body that's in there, and perhaps take a look. If that's 3 bodies that have dealt with somebody who worshipped the Titans, I think there might be some sort of string there. I obviously can't be certain about it, and the question would be why, but it's what my gut feeling is saying.
Were you able to find out if any other clerics or members of the church were visiting at the time of the priest's death?
I did, as a matter of fact. From what I can tell, no. There was no recent visitors from any of the other churches. It was merely just... no clerics, no. Otherwise, that's what I would have expected to see as the 2nd and 3rd body, was the other clerics, but... this makes no sense to me at all.
So, besides the illegal cult, what else did you find with the herbalist?
Well, there was a empty room that had a bunch of notes on monster hunt, monsters and stuff like that, but it seemed like that entire room had been cleared out. You all wouldn't have happened to take anything from there, would you have?
I picked up a silver weapon just in case. For dealing with monsters, it doesn't hurt to have.
So you all
something.
cleaned out the room there. It's no issue, truthfully, because that is not where the crime occurred. And it was... More of what I'm trying to... If you could share your notes with me on what you found in there, that would be most appreciated.
All we know is that she was a member of the Order of the Phantoms.
A member of the guild. Interesting.
That's all the information I currently have. If others found something, they did not share it.
Double check as well with this one and see if there's a connection to the guilds on that. Perhaps that is something we were missing, and our cleric has a bit of an under the table side to them. That would connect the tavern keeper back in as well.
The tavern keeper, I'd never met him. What is going on with the tavern keeper?
Well, there's been reports of him dealing with some shady folk, and I'm wondering if the guilds have if this is something to do with the guilds. This could all not... I think that the religious front of this is a more stronger thread, but perhaps perhaps I'm wrong and this deals instead with the guilds.
So you think that the ritual could just be to throw everybody off the track?
I have no idea. I'm throwing theories out there because I'm befuddled by this. I'm going to be entirely honest. I truly don't believe that it's been you that caused these... You or your party that caused this. This one, I don't think actually did it either, despite his testimony. I do think that he's up to something, though, and I don't think it's any good, but I can't exactly arrest him on that.
Anyway, if we need to turn over the silver weapons after the investigation,
I will discuss it. I will discuss it with the judge. See what she wants to do in that manner. If there's anything that comes up through the research where those weapons become part of a crime scene, then yes, I'll need to look at them and probably take them. But I don't think that that's going to be... I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that it had anything to do with her being a monster hunter, based upon my current theories. I think that that was happenstance.
Of course. So tell me, dear, where did you stay last night?
DM, where did I stay last night?
You basically would have found a corner here on the dock somewhere.
I prefer sleeping by the sea here recently.
Did anybody vouch that you were there all night?
I honestly can't say yay or nay on that one. There's
Pirates,
a bunch
maybe.
of people who come through this.
The pirates, maybe, but they're kind of angry right now. And they're the ones who accused you of having done this.
I'd say the pirates, but I mean, you can see how they're acting. So I don't think they're going to be much help.
Did you steal the rum? Is that why they're angry at you? Cheat them at dice? No. Well, we'll have to keep looking. Do you have any insight on what might have happened here? Do we know how long ago the body died?
Could you repeat that last part? I did not really understand you.
Do we know how long ago the body died?
No.
Not sure exactly, but I believe from the reports that we've seen, it was sometime this morning.
While we were off investigating something else? Or possibly before? Around the same time as the other?
I genuinely don't know. I do think that it was after the cleric, but I don't know whether it was before or after the herbalist.
What ship did the pirate belong to? Is it this one or was he here visiting?
That one you'd have to ask the pirates for. I'm not really sure as to where their allegiances lie or which captain they followed or any of that nature.
And does the city regularly make use of the pirates, or why are they not arrested for their crimes?
We turn a blind eye to it sometimes. They are more helpful than the problems they cause. At least that's what we're told.
By who?
City officials. We're, w the guards and myself are told to essentially turn a blind eye to the brass serpent.
Aren't they just a bunch of rebels and troublemakers?
That's what I think, but orders are orders.
Given the basis of the descriptions that have been given, would Gear know, given his expertise, like the idea of what's going on with the bodies?
Your expertise in what?
Experiments.
This does not appear to be an experiment.
No, but he would have experimented with a lot of different techniques. Would he recognize the technique or not? Is the base question.
The only thing that you could probably... Well, you haven't looked at the body yet.
True, but they did give a description. Hands cut off, mouth sewn, tongue cut off.
You would probably agree with the investigator that this sounds like a religious killing.
And
Okay.
trying to make it where they can't identify anything. Shall we go see what's taken them so long to look at the body?
At this point, you hear Lochnadah calling out for you, Marcus.
Do you want to excuse me for a second? I'm going to go speak with them. Mind
Here is your
speaking among
problem now.
yourselves? He's my problem now.
Yep, I am making the official decision, and I will defend my position to the judge that he can tag along with you all and try and figure out what this mess is. I don't think that he's involved in this, however, he's not cleared of it, and I think that the judge is going to feel the same way about him as she does you.
Oh, I thought I was best friends with the judge. She loved me.
I think that you might want to look at your position on how you read people again.
Oh, wait, I'm a
Oh.
problem? Okay. Won't be the first time.
Your story makes absolutely no sense, and you're hiding something. I know you are. I just don't think that you did these murders.
Well, I
But you can't
appreciate
even-
that, but I'm not exactly
But
sure
you can't
how
even
much I
give me
appreciate.
you can't even give me a straight answer of where you came from. Up north in Temel Island? If that's where you came from, then that raises even more questions as to what you were doing up there.
As I told you. Never mentioned Temel Island.
You said you came up from up north, so you either came from the Northlands, which raises questions, or you came from Temel Island, which also raises questions.
Investigator, if I took 2 steps north, I'd be coming from north.
Then you would say that you were coming from port. You were here within the city.
No, I'm saying I came from the north.
Who on north is a beach?
There's a lot of places north. Northwest, northeast, north.
North, northwest,
While you guys are
northeast is all the highlands, northern kingdoms, Temel Island, and the northern kingdoms.
Well, I traveled by boat, so what does that tell you?
Amicus, which is what originally that I thought you said.
No,
Again,
I
raising
came from up
questions.
north. I'm from Lasharva.
Lashava is to our south. You're
I
on
came up
Lashava
from
Island.
up north. I'm from Lasharva, departed Lasharva with a guide. Guide died maybe 2 weeks ago. Don't know how he accomplished that, but
He kind of just
did.
crosses his arms. I'm not saying that you did these murders. I think that you just committed some other crime. Would you like me to actually start taking a closer look into it? Or would you like to take my leniency of just assigning you to work with this group and let dogs lie, if you will. I can certainly and gladly take a look into your background and see if any dirt comes up. It would bring me joy.
Did you send a
Marcus,
message,
right?
Berg?
Let's go.
Berg? Okay.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Inspector. We'll reach out to you if anything comes up, and I reach out to shake his hand.
Okay. You shake his hand, he like reels back for a sec. Why is your hand wet?
Yeah, we're by the docks. I don't know. Do I notice anything?
No, he just looks annoyed at you.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Wipe off your
Inspector?
hand next time you go to shake someone's hand. What are you sweating for? Are you nervous?
I don't like water that much.
Oh,
I can't
fair
swim.
enough. Fair enough. He
All
steps
right.
through the crowd to start talking to some of the pirates.
So I go to talk to the group.
Okay.
Hello. So, I show him my hand. He didn't react to the silver.
You did it?
I got you. Oh, hold on. I got you. Stop moving.
I am not moving right now. Yeah, put me up top for some reason.
No. I shook his hand with silver on my hand, and he was annoyed, but it didn't seem like it affected him.
All right. 2 days before we get started, Marcus. I'll get to you later. You gears,
It's
Show-
gear.
gears, whatever. Show us your hands. I want to see something real quickly.
I mean, they're in. He takes off his gloves.
I look at his hands. What do I notice about?
Do you notice that he has hands that look like someone who's done a lot of different work and stuff like that in terms of tinkering and stuff like that? You see hands that look very consistent with a artificer.
He looks very handy.
That's all I see. I don't see any, like, marks or anything.
What are you looking for specifically?
Like one of those marks.
Of the Titans?
Yeah.
You do not see a mark.
Okay. All right. All right. Now that I got that one out of the way, you could put him back. Marcus, can you
Puts his gloves back on.
can you regenerate his ton?
I do not
As a-
have that ability. If I had, I would have done it with the other bodies.
Regenerate a tongue? What?
Oh, here, let me show you.
What?
And
What did the
taking that-
investigator get me into?
We got some. Oh, you don't even know the half of it, buddy. And I'm gonna take off the stitches, and then we'll show him that the ton's been cut out.
That's what the investigator said. That's consistent with the other two bodies.
So, how good of a artificer are you? Are you good enough to make parts, human parts for the body?
Biological?
Well,
Probably
like-
not biological. Mechanical, I can give it my best shot.
Can you create a ton? Like a mechanical ton?
He just kind of looks like you're asking
Trust me, it's gonna
What?
make sense. It'll make sense. Just
I mean,
could
I
you
can
make it-
try. It'll definitely be a first for me.
because right now I need to be able to. I need this corpse to have the ton.
Look at Locked like he has two heads. What are we doing here?
If we could get the ton for the corpse, with the stitches gone, he'll be able to talk.
Do we really need to ask him anything after what we saw?
If he can get if he could talk, then we could probably get a lot
I'm
more
gonna
information.
I'm gonna pause you right there. A thought is gonna cross your mind, by the way, Locknada, as you're going through this theory. You remembered from the sands that you saw there that it appeared as though the killer cast Speak with Dead on the body.
Which means it won't be available
He
for a
won't be
while.
able to cast it again on the body. Yeah.
That's right. That detail went over my head.
It's okay.
God damn it.
Gear's already trying to piece together a tongue with the stuff just laying around.
Nope, never mind. Forget it.
But
I'm not gonna be able to cast that spell for a while. Damn.
Eric, do you mind if I borrow your water skin?
Yeah. I'll grab out my water skin, hand it over.
I washed the silver off my hand. Sorry, it's causing a bit of a rash.
It's all right. We got plenty of water in the barrel.
Thank you.
Well, there's something interesting. Remember that missing sword from the herbalist's place?
Yes.
Well, the killer has it now. Because look at this. And I'm going to show him the traces of silver in the wounds.
You see very small traces of silver.
Why would he use a silvered weapon to kill this dwarf? Why
I
not a
don't
regular
know.
one?
But this is what we wanted you for. Maybe Eric had a different idea than I did, but is there a way that you could trace like this silver back to the weapon it was used on?
No, I don't have that
Can-
ability. Oh, you're asking Marcus?
No. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The closest thing I would be able to do is if there was blood from the attacker. Or wait. I wonder if we took a blood sample from the body, I might be able to track another source of it.
Doesn't hurt to try.
I'm gonna try to use my channel divinity on the body and see if I can sense any of the blood elsewhere in the city.
Does that allow you to do it to corpses?
Let's see. You can use your channel divinity to form a supernatural bond with a creature you can see. So I guess since it's an object, it's no longer a creature, is it?
Correct.
But you possess a blood sample. Or can I see if there's any defensive, not necessarily defensive moves, like did he fight back to where he might have gotten blood from the attacker?
From what Locknada saw, Locknada could actually answer that it did not appear as though he had an opportunity to fight back. He was stabbed from behind.
So yeah, that won't work then.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should go talk to the tavern keeper.
I want to talk to one of the pirates before I leave.
Okay.
Which
I'm
one?
just here for the ride, you guys. So
You do notice that it is starting to get pretty late.
Ah.
Do we notice like what?
You do still hear some of the pirates out, though.
Do we notice
I'm-
like where they're like what pirates they're from? Like which group? From like their clothing or anything?
Some of the more higher ranking ones, you do actually see, well, not from here you would have seen, but as you were moving through the crowd and stuff like that, you would have seen symbols of the brass serpent.
Okay.
I don't know how much you would actually recognize that, but Locknada and Marcus would have recognized them as they were passing through the crowd.
Okay.
And
I don't think
Blackjack's the
you
one
really
in
have
charge.
a lot
right?
of experience I don't think you have a lot of experience with the brass serpent.
Not with the logos of them, because.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
with that said, then
like
when manliness
someone
goes,
mentioned it, you would have been like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," you know, because brass serpent. But and you would know that like the Order of Phantoms is a lot less flaunting of their guild,
right?
so their members are a lot more difficult to actually identify.
All right. Can we flag down someone that's a member of the Brass Serpent that's obvious?
Um, I mean, you can go out and look.
Yeah, I'm down with going with
Can
them.
I look for
Let's go
one
look.
that's
Go ahead.
yeah, I'd like to look. I need to roll.
Well, you got to walk out.
I
Well-
tried. I'm stuck.
Right. All right. Stop
Yeah,
moving.
no, I'm not
Stop
trying
moving.
to sit there and navigate. This screen is really dark and it's hard for me to see anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
same.
had it.
Wait, what'd you have?
Oh, I was ready to walk out.
Oh,
There's so many different bodies in the area. Like, my goodness, with all the guards and everything.
yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's so
Okay.
much nicer.
As you do look, the two figures right in the front that are arguing vehemently with the guards and stuff like that. Almost like sticking you right in the face, you can tell that both of them are clearly Brass Serpent. In fact, trying to think if anybody would have any experience with them.
Me. Maybe.
Eric, you don't necessarily recognize them as Brass Serpent, but you recognize a few of their other tattoos as having belonged to Iron Boots crew.
That's what I was looking for. So, Marcus, are you gonna go introduce us?
Well, I've never met them.
Okay, then I
Um,
guess I'll lead. I thought you were wanting to go up to them.
I
can-
wanted to talk to them, yeah.
Yeah, Marcus recognizes them as Brass Serpent. You recognize them as Iron Boots crew.
Okay, then I'll initiate.
Loch-Nadal would also recognize the Brass Serpent. He does not recognize necessarily the Iron Boot part.
Yeah, never really dealt with pirates.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you
then-
didn't really, but you do see them. They're Brass Serpent, though.
Yeah.
Ahoy!
That's how we're doing introductions now, making fun of us.
Oh, I didn't mean any harm there. That's just how I've learned to approach individuals of your caliber that I don't know. I do apologize. My time spending with some individuals that you may know. I
Paste.
look at the
And-
like the tattoos while I was in a coliseum.
To keep your mouth shut about the things of our business, especially around here. You want to talk, we'll talk, but not here.
All right, good sir, lead the
In
way.
the meantime, I have this buffoon to sit here and argue with first. You want to talk to me? Come by later after I've had my fill and the rum's wore off.
Of
I'll
course.
make sure to bring some more rum.
This here's my ship by me. You can find me there later.
I turn to the party. All right, guys. I guess we're going to the tavern then.
Yeah, we'll go to the tavern for now. And then we'll come back after he's done with his shouting match.
You want to come with me, Marcus?
Yep.
Or
You see him
Manliness?
right
Which
now
one?
pointing at Gear, being like, "Why aren't you arresting him?"
He's with us.
God.
No,
Oh, bloody hell you mean he's with you?
the
I
investigators
said what I
forced us to
said.
babysit him.
He's been put under our custody, is what he's trying to say.
So you did arrest him.
Yes. And I'm just looking at the other. I'm just looking at the my three. Like, shut up, don't let me talk.
Good.
Gear pulls out another cigar, tosses it at him. Here, this might help. As he lights up one.
It's just a face palm.
He swats it away, and you see him aim his blunderbuss at you, or his flintlock at you. The guards like quickly like stop him though, and like force him to drop. I'm not going to kill him. I just wanted to make him. Yeah, this is divulged a little bit at this point. You see like the chaos brewing again. Like the pirates have like now all pushed up against the guards and are ready to like blood looks like it is ready to be shed if things keep.
Okay, we're getting you out of here. You obviously don't know how to de-escalate a situation. Let's go. And I'm like kind of like behind him, just pushing him away. I go behind Gear and I start pushing him, like shoving him forward, like away.
Hey, let me light the cigar.
The guards create a safe passage for you to pass away from all the pirates.
Yeah.
I lost grip of him.
As I'm walking with
Yeah,
them,
we're
I go to Marcus and I just nudge him like, are we heading back here after?
We will. I pull out my pistol, my gun, pointed at back of Gear, like just say the word.
All right. I just keep
Hopefully the
moving forward.
pirates see me doing that.
They are currently busy, like
Okay.
a damn near brawl is like on the brink of starting here.
We'll come back, but we do not bring the artificer. He's obviously not going to help this situation.
He's just walking away. Man, that was an expensive cigar too.
Maybe you should have thrown at pirates that want to kill you.
Okay,
And
you
they
guys
wanna
are heading
kill
back to the
you.
tavern?
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
grab
yeah,
coffee, but I have you go into my ear. On
The
his screen.
specific
So-
tavern that you referenced,
Stop moving.
because we got to talk to that guy. So wherever that tavern is.
Yeah, that's
We
where
don't
you guys
really
are staying.
Okay.
We don't really need to talk to them anymore because we got everything we needed. I think.
Oh. Okay, then we'll just
Yes.
regroup while we're at the tavern and discuss. I just don't know what else we really could have gotten from the body there. I think just trying to kill time to get back here to talk to the pirates would be probably most ideal.
Oh, yeah.
We also got to talk to Gear. We got to learn some more.
Okay, you guys are in the tavern. Oh, welcome back. Manliness, you said, right?
Yes, manliness. Ah, what a day.
You find who is behind the cleric's murder?
Not even close.
Who is this guy?
Well,
I'm Gear. Who are you?
You can call me Romir.
well, he's been placed under our quote-unquote care or custody, as I like to call it.
You think he's behind it?
No, no offense, but he doesn't
Well,
look like the
I was gonna ask why you brought him into my tavern then instead of a jail cell.
well, because he's been put as part of our crew for investigating the murders.
Where's the other one?
I don't know. I think she got lost because we were all together. Then we got to the docks, and then she was just gone.
Well, I'll keep an eye out and send her up if I'll have to go prepare an extra bed for you all.
By the way, my name is Marcus, and this is Eric. I don't believe we've met.
We haven't, but
These two are.
this
These
one
were
told
the other
me.
two. Yeah.
Oh, I recognized him. This one looks like exactly how you were describing.
Handsome and Devier.
Not you. I'm talking
Oh.
about the elf in front of me.
I look at Locknada. What were you saying?
I just nothing.
There's a grin on the Dragonborn's face.
Good sir, I'd like to buy a round of drinks for my friends.
You know
I'll
I
get-
don't drink
I'll get your apple juice for certain.
water. He starts laughing after you said that.
Gear, what do you
Tell me.
have?
He was talking to Eric on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Here.
know.
What do you have?
You got dwarven ale?
Better than that. The dwarves are okay at ale, but I think the Dragonborn are far superior.
You know, I'll take you up on that.
Recently got a shipment in, so certainly.
How much is
Is
that
it
gonna cost?
always this dead in the inn? In the tavern?
He just gives you a look.
If you want to punch that one, you can by all means go for it. As they take a sip of the water.
Forgive me for trying to set up in a city where most of the people don't want me here and don't like our kind.
Understood. No offense meant. I was only curious about the going-ons. Where I'm from, there aren't these kind of prejudices. So it's different to see.
I look at
Seems
Rumir.
like you need to get your beak a bit wet then. Learn how the actual world works instead of this fantasy land you come from where everything is pillows.
Well, the only way to find out is to ask, is it not? Is it better to assume I know or to ask and learn?
Perhaps there's a way that you could ask that is less insulting. Most tavern keepers have a sense of pride about their keep. Fortunately, I was the one to speak with you first. Manliness, and not that one. I think that you all would have gotten charged double for your rooms instead of for free.
Let me offer
I
you
know.
my blessing and hopes of future. You know what I'm saying?
He does set the dwarven ale down in front of Gear, or the dragonborn ale.
Rumir, you and I are more alike than you may think.
How so?
Oh, I once lived here. I once called this place my
Within
home.
Lashava?
Yep.
Well, it's not by choice that I live here, just something temporary. I do intend to eventually go back to the Northlands or further down the pipe, but for now, it's as good a place as any.
I do wish you
Best
safe
place
times.
My bad.
I do wish you safe times after this war. Hopefully, we all can be where we want to be.
A war? Oh, right. Sorry. News about wars doesn't travel as quickly around here except from the pirates. They keep many of their citizens in the dark.
I do say Rumir. It is Rumir, right?
Romir.
Romir. It's the best place I've been. In probably a good week.
Have you been anywhere else?
Wilderness and the boat docks. And
That's not much of a
riding
comparison,
boat.
then, is it? But I do appreciate your words. What can I get you, by the way, Elf? Jokes aside.
Yeah, you can open up a tab. I'll just get a dark and stormy.
Interesting. Haven't heard that one in a while. Also surprised that you're drinking something so heavy. Your kind is usually a bit, soft. No offense.
None taken. I can hold my liquor.
I'm sure you can. He's mixing a few drinks in the back and whatnot, getting... Anybody else getting anything? I do have non-alcoholic options as well.
I'll just have water, please.
Same for me.
Certainly. Bit boring, but I respect it. Some
With
of us, I suppose, need to watch their figure.
with
Not a
everything
problem
going
for me.
with everything going on, I don't feel it's right to be inebriated. I must be on top of my guard.
I would think that you would want to kick it, forget about a few things personally.
Trust me,
As
I hear that one.
as much as I would love to forget things, I need to keep a clear mind.
He sets the water out. If you would do me a favor and hand it to that one over there.
Yep, I got you.
I'm going
Got
to
the
go up
water.
and get the updated quarters ready.
All
I
right,
gestured.
just
He does head up the stairs and, like, he's much bigger than the actual stairs themselves, and you hear them, like, creak under him as he's going up.
I gestured to cheers, gear. The only one's actually drinking.
Hey, cheers.
So tell me again how you ended up here.
Me and my guide left Lasharva. My guy died. Traveled by boat. Got here. Stayed maybe a night, and now I'm being accused of death.
That's all right. First time we
See?
got here, we were being accused of it too.
I'm not liking this investigator they've got running this town. He's a bit of a quack.
No, you're not alone in thinking that.
Leave no shit alone.
No shit.
Why were you traversing with your guide? Like, what were you guys up to?
I deal. Well, I'm a artificer that likes alchemy,
Okay.
potions, and what have you. I needed to get a couple more ingredients, and one of the ingredients was just being up very high. I guess is the best way I can put that one.
Okay.
My guide, he fell. I don't know how he unalived on a fall that was maybe 8 feet, but it happened, and he did. He wasn't the smartest one of the bunch, you know?
It's all right. I can't climb well.
All I know is he unalived, and I'm here because like I'm here. He takes the drink of his dragon ale.
I proceed to take a drink as well. Yeah, my colleagues and I, we're always wary of new travelers we come across. I hope you don't take any mind to it. We've got a lot on our plate.
I'm normally a solo one, but I feel like the tides are shifting.
well, that's exactly how I felt when I met these two. I was always a solo one, but now I gotta work it. We gotta work as a team. Me and these three. Me
Why
and
is-
these two.
Why is that?
Well, we all kind of just congregated, and we kind of just formed our own party, and now we're just going around the world
Forgive
solving.
me, but congregations don't normally happen like that unless you're from a guild, a traveling guild, or what do they call those?
Adventurers Guild.
He's
Guild.
actually stumbling, not character. He is. What do you call those?
Oh,
I don't know. They take on tasks and get paid for it. What do you call that?
Assassins.
Mercenaries. Freelancers?
No. There's guild halls and towns for it.
Tradesmen, merchants.
I think he means the
Merchants.
Adventurers Guild, guys.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I was looking
And
for.
I'm the one drinking here.
Oh, I was just
he
being a
said-
smartass.
I'm usually locked in my laboratory, so I mean, you got to forgive me on that one.
No, it's fair. I've been doing my best to try to aid in preventing this war. And
He
then,
takes a drink.
I met these two. We're just all trying to just help out when we can. Any way we can. Right, guys?
That's
Sure.
right.
So tell me your guys' story then. Marcus. That is your name, right?
To you, yes.
Yes, that's his name.
For now.
Is there something we don't know about?
Is there something we don't know about you?
Now me? No. I've
I was,
been
I was,
pretty much...
I was talking to Lockman.
Oh.
Manliness.
Manliness. There's plenty we don't know about each other.
Of course.
Anyway, I served the Titans as a cleric of the cycle. And that's all there really is to know about me.
That's pretty prestigious, I assume. I don't know too much about that sort of stuff, but I can... Yeah, that's prestigious.
Well, when the gods call, you must answer.
Something like that. And what about you?
Who?
Yeah, which one?
There's
It's
Eric Locknada.
Well, he
There's-
would have pointed at Eric, but
Oh.
you just don't know the name.
Okay. That works. Well, as you've probably pieced a few things together from me talking to the tavern keeper and what I've already said, I've worked with many different organizations to just aid in ending this war, transporting goods to and from the ports to Lasharva. As you heard me say to the tavern keeper, I used to call this place my home. And now I'm
Fair.
with these men here, just trying to do the best I can and help out. There's another member of our company here that's not with us right now. You may have saw him. I have a little fox. And I call him Karama. He will. I don't want you to be scared or anything, but when he returns to the party, he will telepathically speak with you. We'll talk more about that at a later time, but I just don't want you to be concerned. He is on our side.
Okay. Fair enough. And what about the one you with the staff?
Been investigator through and through. If you need something figured out, you just come to me.
Got a business card?
Gear
Freelancer.
at that, he just kind of like cocks his head. That sounds rehearsed.
Well, I mean, when you do it your entire life, you kind of like say the same thing to everybody that asks.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
suppose you have a point.
I mean, I worked with everybody. I worked with Lasharva. I worked with the trade lords, brass serpents, all of them. Whoever wanted to hire me, hired me. That's how it went.
Huh. And what about this one that's... Oh, that's just the fox. Okay, well, it's a pleasure to meet all you guys. I'm Gear, alchemist, artificer, and I like a steady drink, and like the smoke of a cigar. Pleasure to meet you. As it seems that I am not your compatriot, I'm more your guys' subordinate at this point. Though I'm not sure how I wound up with that, but okay. He takes another drink, emptying his uh, container.
I've just learned not to question things at this point. Trust me, it'll make more sense.
I'm an artificer. It's my job to question everything.
You know, that's fair. But since you're an alchemist, Marcus, you still got the blood, right? The blood vial.
Of course, I've still got the blood vial. I hold it out.
All my
This would be your expertise, then, would it not? As I look at gear.
if I had all my gear here, yes. Unfortunately,
Are you
it's
not?
in Sharva.
Are you not all there in the headgear?
I can tell me and Marcus ain't gonna get along, huh?
Oh, you said all your gear is in here. Are you not all there?
You'll warm up to him,
He,
Gear.
he just kind of runs his hand down his face. My equipment is not here.
Ah,
It
Well-
is in Sharva.
pretty foolish to leave that behind, I would say.
Not really. The expedition was only supposed to last 3 days.
How's that working
Wow.
out for you?
Well, I'm here in Port Town. You tell me. Oh, and I guess I have to tell the guide's company that. Oh, man.
What was the name of the company?
I don't know. Being in Lasharva and being an artificer, you kind of have a certain. How can I put this? Things just kind of happen if you ask, sorta. It depends on your rankings. And I asked. I didn't really go into detail. I just asked, hey, I need a guide, need to get more ingredients. And I got one. I guess I should state I asked the artificer group. God, I cannot English. Artificer group that I'm a part of, and they kind of just delivered it. I guess I should say it like that.
Well, hopefully tonight you'll have a more comfortable sleep than being out on the docks.
I mean, the pirates were loud as hell, but that's aside the point.
Yes, they can be rowdy.
Yeah.
You hear the heavy footsteps coming back down the stairs. He takes his position back by the counter again. Well, everything's set up there. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze, but... well, I suppose that's worse for me than it would be for you.
No, I do appreciate what you've done for us.
I do say you were correct. You were right. Dragonborn ale is so much finer than dwarven ale.
I'm surprised to see a human able to tolerate it.
You'd be
Nonetheless.
surprised on how much drinking can clear one's mind. As long as you don't overdo it, it clears my mind pretty well for artificing.
Well, that was only your first one. You need to impress me by drinking another 5, and then we'll talk. But impressive even with the 1.
I appreciate it.
Nonetheless, everything is set up. I think I'm going to lock up for the night. I don't think we're getting any others, and light quality. in early myself unless you all are looking to order a few more.
I'd like to
I'm
buy.
done for the night.
I
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I appreciate all your assistance, and I slide him 5 silver.
And I'd like to.
Not needed. Believe me. Your other friend helped me out tremendously as it was. I won't take it.
If you insist this time.
And I'd like to purchase a bottle of your finest rum and then close out the tab.
As I said, the alcohol is free, but if you're buying a whole bottle, then that one I might have to actually charge you for.
That is for our discussions later, correct?
Yep.
So yeah, it's not even for us, it's a gift for someone else. So please let us pay for it.
Yes, please.
Oh. If you're buying rum, I have a sneaking suspicion that means that you're going to attempt to speak with a pirate. And if that's the case, you're not looking for the normal shit.
I appreciate your foresight.
Give me a moment. Excuse me, little one.
Oh, absolutely.
He goes off into the other room again.
Nice. I turn to the party.
what's
All right. Which one of you's coming with me?
I will go with, as a member of the group, I believe that they might be more willing to speak with me.
Fair.
I think I'm going to stay here.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
wasn't
think
an
these
option.
pirates are going to like me.
Wow.
If
Man,
you
in this-
tried to come with, I would have like
That's
tied
out
you
of character.
up. Absolutely not.
He comes back just like casually carrying a barrel. This would be what you're looking for. You sure you want an entire case of this thing? Or an entire barrel of this thing?
I
It's an
thought you
awful
said
lot.
I thought I said bottle, but
Yeah, I did.
Well,
I did
can
say a bottle.
certainly- Oh, forgive me. He's looking around.
I have a bottle here.
Hand me that pitcher there next to you,
Sure.
little one. He's not. He was referring to gear because there's like an actual
okay.
rum bottle there.
Yeah.
Yer does it. Grabs it. Here you
You
go.
see him like take the bottle and like swish it around. You do hear liquid in it. He just uncorks it, drinks it, and then starts pouring the rum from the barrel into it. Recorks it and hands it. Or sets it on the table. Okay, I was gonna say an entire barrel might have been a bit much. This will probably. I'll give you a discount. Just call it 1 gold and call it even.
I give him 1 gold and 10 silver.
He takes the money and then like transfers the silver to the other hand and puts it back on the table.
I really do appreciate your kindness.
You should actually give him 10 silver instead of 1 gold to reduce your weight.
Yeah, but eventually we're gonna be going to a bank and I can just exchange it. But I get what you're saying. But I'll just do 1 gold for now. I turn to Gear. Gear, do you mind if I picked up a few cigars from you?
I don't know if it'd be a good idea to take the cigars after you tried handing them to the pirates. They might
I've
suspect
got 5
foul play.
left. Here I can spare 2.
Thank you.
These are expensive. Or they get smoked.
Eric,
Understood.
I would not recommend giving that to the pirates.
I think any type of gifts that we can give them are only going to help us.
But
Are you all heading back out for the night?
Myself and Marcus will be.
Okay, I won't
Unfortunately,
lock the doors then. I would only ask that just make sure that you or lock the door when you come back behind you.
understood.
I will remember.
But Eric, he tried giving them a cigar. If we give them a cigar, they might remember that and think that it's a trick.
He threw it at their face, and again, if I don't use them, I'm just gonna give them back to Gear. But any type of gifts that we can have, I think will only benefit us. And that was no offense to you, Gear. I understand. You're under a lot of stress right now.
Are you kidding? I'm over here having the time of my life. Got accused of killing someone. Now I'm your guys' task to take care of. Just take care of me. That's all I ask.
Well, I will. I don't know about my colleagues here, but don't worry. You'll be fine.
Huh? All right. Shall we head out?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. As I close the tavern door behind me, I tap the menagerie key to the door.
A mark appears and then fades.
And what's the name of this tavern?
This is the Flighty Flute.
Lighty Flute.
It was Marcus and
Me.
who go?
Eric?
And Eric.
Marcus
Marcus
and
and
Eric?
Erica go it. Me and Gear are staying.
Yeah, manliness is garden gear.
Yes, Guardian. Is he so manly?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm still manliness.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys got where I went there.
Sometime later, you guys do arrive back at the docks.
Okay.
And head to the boat that the pirate had. Oop, that's not the right boat. And head to the boat that the pirate had indicated was his.
As we get on board, I put on my cloak.
Okay.
Question to DM: the cloak of protection that I had taken from
Yes.
the Phantom thing, I haven't identified that yet, right? Like nobody's identified that.
No. No, I'm going to count that as having been identified, just for the sake of everything, as well as the amulet itself. So you guys know what they are, you just haven't attuned to them yet.
Okay, but wearing it isn't gonna do anything because I haven't attuned to it, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
So then I'm not gonna put on my cloak because it's kind of pointless. But I do have my bracer of archery equipped. I'm ready to fight if need be. Marcus, you have the rum or do I have the rum?
You have the rum.
Okay, cool.
Dude, I was just thinking about this out of character though.
Mhm.
That if one bottle is 40 or is 1 gold,
Mhm.
and a keg typically has 40 servings,
Mhm.
a barrel would have cost you out the ass.
I know, but I said a bottle.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
no,
just-
that's exactly what I was about
Yeah,
to do to you guys. See if anybody was like, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll take the barrel." It's like, "Okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
40
now I'm
gold."
broke.
Yeah, no.
How much does it weigh? Like 1 pound?
No.
A bottle weighs 1 pound.
Oh, bottle, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just adding it to.
I
the
wouldn't
inventory so I
bother
have
putting it. I wouldn't bother putting it on your inventory because you're about to give it away.
All right, fair. All right, Marcus, you ready to head on?
Of course.
All right, I start making my way up.
So it's Ironfoot is the name of the captain, right?
No.
Or the
No.
group, not the captain, but the name of
Iron Boots.
Iron Boots.
This is part. Well, you don't know what this specific captain, but you do know that he. Well, Eric knows that this captain is part of Iron Boots' crew.
Right.
This is just one of his captains.
Exactly.
Would Marcus have met Iron Boots while growing up?
If so, probably only in passing. Like, I don't think you've actually like met him. Like, you've seen. I guess, yeah, you would actually have recognized the symbols and stuff like that. I don't think you've ever actually met Iron Boot, but you've definitely seen his people come through Freeport.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have actually recognized the pirates as well.
Okay.
Sounds good. So I start making my way up.
Hold it there. Who the hell are you?
Hi, we were here earlier. We actually wanted to have a chat with the captain. He told us to come back tonight.
He's kind of like peering past you, trying to get an eye on Marcus.
I show him my cloak.
Oh, never mind. Pass right through.
Thank you, sir.
Sometimes it helps to know people
You're
better.
right. You're right.
You do see, as he showed that cloak, by the way, you do see a brass serpent on his cloak.
Got it. Ahoy!
Which way is the captain? Is he in his quarters or is he?
The pirate gives you a very dirty look.
Who the fuck are you?
Lunch meat if he keeps it up.
I brought the rum!
You're gonna yell that to a boat full of pirates knowing it's only going to one person.
Yeah.
You see all of them, like, staring at you right now. And they don't necessarily look happy. But you do hear as they, like, you start hearing murmuring and stuff like that, and a pistol shot, like, fires out through the air from the upper decks.
Send them up here. And stop fucking making jokes. You're not a pirate.
I say under my breath, Yar. I also, like, before we're, like, making it up, I go to Marcus, I'm like, Marcus, this is so much fun.
Yeah, until you get made to walk the blink.
I don't know, Marcus. I don't think they do that to me. I just keep, like, shuffling.
All right. Is it up here?
He's here,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I let you do the talking, and I just, like,
Oh.
sit behind
Hello,
you.
sir. Thank you for speaking with us. How you doing?
Well, give me the deck.
The other two pirates leave.
Going to the bathroom.
So, you had questions.
I'm trying to understand what's going on since there's been a string of murders, and I don't understand how they connect. We had a cleric, an herbalist, and now a pirate. We found ash from incense mixed in with the blood of the victims. But I don't remember.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding you right now. I'm hearing a lot of blah blah blah, and my hand feels a bit cold.
Hey, Eric,
I
why don't you help warm him up?
I start shuffling in my clothes, and I grab the rum. I slam it on the table, not to break it, but just like to slam it. There you are, sir.
Suddenly I can hear a lot better. Now continue.
You see him just, like, chugging it.
Did the pirate that died, what was his name?
Um,
Hold on, that's not him freezing, that's me freezing.
Oh, no,
No,
that's
okay.
I
fine.
did have a name for it.
Okay, honestly, I just didn't want to be disrespectful to the dead by not giving him a name or calling him by name.
are you looking for his legal name or what we refer to him as?
I just don't want to keep calling him Dead Pirate.
Okay, then you can call him Mead Breath.
Mead Breath. All right. So, did Mead Breath have any religious affiliations?
I didn't speak much to him, but I think he, well, many of us obviously have a connection with the Maiden of Voyage. She
Lady
keeps us safe
Tempestra.
on our travels. Yes, Lady Tempestra.
She's quite beautiful, that one.
Watch your tongue a bit. She's not really fond of people swooning over her.
Oh, of course not.
You admire the beauty of the sea, not necessarily her own.
The beauty of a dangerous storm coming in. That's what I admire. The
Fair
wrath,
enough.
unbridled power. It's beautiful in its own way.
So,
Well,
few of you mentioned, as word got to me, that you don't think that that man did it.
I don't know what I think. I know that our group was accused of murdering the cleric right as we got into town. And I know for a
Cleric.
fact, yes, of the Church of the Cycle.
Forgive me, I've not heard of any other murders. This is not just an isolated one.
It is not. And then the herbalist was also murdered when we went to discuss the incense mixed in with the blood with her. We found her dead. She was
Interesting.
secretly a member of the Order of the Phoenix. Or, sorry, Order of the Phantoms.
Their cursed crew.
Yes. I'm just trying to put this all together. And
Well, I
figure
can
out
tell
who's
you that
killed.
the Brass Serpent had nothing to do with that. While we have our differences with the other two guilds, we wouldn't risk outright conflict. Nor did we have any issues with the clerics.
I didn't think so. I'm just trying to find a connection between everything. The investigator, no shit, thinks it might be tied to religion.
Might be on to something.
There was the cleric of the cycle who worshipped Lady Alevandria. It was found out that the herbalist was worshipping Ardrias. If the
The
pirate is tied to,
worshipper of the Raven himself. Now that's one that I haven't heard in a long time.
there's lots of ire associated with that one.
Oh, for good reason, too.
Yes. Then if Mead Breath is associated with Tempestra, if it's a religious thing, there's one for each Titan so far. If it's something else, I don't know what that connection would be.
Well, if you wanted my thought, might be a good idea to try and get ahead of him. Try and figure out some of the other followers within the city. Figure out where he might go next.
Yes. That would be the trouble. Maybe a druid or someone who worships the forest or a forge master might be a good place to look.
Would be. Not really my forte when it comes to investigations. I tend to handle things a bit more, head on. I throw 'em overboard and let Tempestra sort 'em out.
Tell me, have you had any recent changes to your crew? Any new additions?
A few new ones every time we come to port.
Any
A
that
Brass Serpent and Iron Boots crew always grows. There's always new people trying to get away from the shit in the world. Try and get a bit of a taste of Tempestra's freedom.
well, I'm concerned because in the herbalist basement, we found some information about a changeling. We think a changeling may be involved in these murders.
Nasty creatures.
They are. Do you keep silver weapons on board just in
Favorite.
case?
No need. Like I said, most things can be solved by a drink in the sea.
Has any of your new crew been seen carrying a silver weapon at all?
Didn't really sit there and look at their weapons.
The only reason I ask is from Meadbreath had silver in his wounds.
Curious. So, you think a change... Well, that wouldn't make sense.
I'm wondering if maybe Meadbreath
If
had
he
been
was
switched out with
killed...
the changeling, or if it, I don't understand.
If he was killed by a silver weapon, I don't think a changeling is your man.
Because they wouldn't have been able to hold it. But it makes me wonder if changelings are throughout the city taking over, and someone is hunting them down.
If the changelings took over the city, truthfully and honestly, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. One less human in the world. At least, the racist ones, that is.
Oh, of course.
I have no qualms with Kamikis, except for the trade lords. They can go fuck themselves too.
Oh, I get that. I'm just trying to protect everyone I can while figuring out how to deal with the issues and navigate this new culture shock. I didn't experience this growing up with Boomstick and Mercer and Blackjack.
Now that's the two names that I haven't heard in a while. Those two can put down a serious bottle of alcohol.
Uncle Mercer and Uncle Blackjack? Or Uncle Mercer?
More Boomstick.
Boomstick.
Mercer was a bit less of a, didn't hold his alcohol nearly as well. But for an elf, he certainly could do it.
Well, of course. I'll have to challenge him to a drinking contest sometime.
Certainly should try. But, what is it that you wanted to speak to me about? And did you just bring this one to sit here and gawk at me? And make fun of my pirates?
I am like trying to hide my gawking expression. So I'm just so excited to be in his presence.
We agreed to travel in groups so that nobody else in the group is left alone. One of our numbers is already missing.
Sorry to hear.
And since I'm the one with the connection to the brass serpent, it only made sense for me to come along.
Fair enough. So, do you need anything else from me, or is our business here concluded?
Like I said, I was just trying to find any links. So you don't think that it was religiously tied then, since y'all have an association.
I don't have any idea.
If you hear anything, I'll be
It
staying
sounds
at.
to me like it might be.
If you
Each
hear
one was a different titan from what you've said so far. But 3 is hardly enough to go on alone.
It's just a coincidence at this point. If you hear anything, we'll be at the Flighty Flute.
I know the innkeeper well there.
He seems like a nice enough lad.
Oh, for certain. Tell him old Snake Eyes said hello.
Of course. And maybe we could bless him with a little bit of good luck. I hand over Tingle, take the crew drinking tomorrow after he opens up.
I'll take you up on that. You handed him 10 gold?
Yeah,
He takes it.
of course. If they're going to go for the good drinks, they're going to need to be able to afford a little bit. Like, I saw how expensive that shit was.
That'll settle him down after your friend tried to incite a riot on my boat by offering everybody a rum and only bringing 1 bottle.
Of course. But I'm going to give it to him in silver so that he can divide it up easier because, I really don't want to carry that much silver.
He just does kind of give you that look like... After you just hand him, like, a ton of fucking silver.
Which is 100 silver. Makes it easier to share it around, doesn't it?
I suppose, though it's usually going to be me, the one paying. Nonetheless, I'll take the lads out for a drink.
Uh-huh. It look a little bit more impressive if you just slam a big bag of coins down on the table, correct? Sometimes it's all about the
suppose.
illusion.
Maybe there's a pirate in you after all.
Of
Maybe you
course.
can stop working with old Lokarova.
Maybe one day.
Join a real crew for once. Instead of pussyfooting around with the Shava.
Oh, of course. I just right now, the Titans have called me.
The Titans called you.
Do you not feel the call of Tempestra when you go to sea? Do you not
Hmm.
feel it deep within your soul? I have a calling and I must answer to it.
Fair enough. But rare that I would hear somebody refer to all of them calling out to him. Rather than one.
To serve one is to serve all. For it is the goal of all Titans to protect this world.
True as it may be. You are truly a cleric of the cycle, then. Good
Of
thing
course.
you weren't here a few days ago. It might have been you instead of the other priests.
Well, I'm a little bit tougher to kill than that.
Nonetheless, if you have
After
no
all,
other questions for me, I have work to do.
Oh,
I was trained by the best, was I not? Boomstick.
He's about as good as just for drinking. As far as the rest of him, he's not that bright.
Yeah, true. He did walk me into a wyvern for one of my first fights.
No, that one was probably Mercer, and he was probably intentionally doing that. Toughen you up a bit.
Well, I got tenderized pretty good on that one.
Mm-hmm. Then it seems that he got exactly what he wanted.
Of course. Well,
How do you think he trained Boomstick?
oh,
You should
well,
ask him about that story sometime.
I will. Anyway, safe travels. May the wind be always at your back.
May the Maiden of Voyage guide you.
Thank you for your time, Snake Eyes.
I'm not done here, Marcus.
Uh,
I do
you need
appreciate the
something.
information you got from Snake Eyes about Snake Eyes. If you don't mind me calling you that, Captain. Do you happen to know of maybe the rumors of the stories of the attack on the Colosseum, the freeing of the men?
Rumors? What do you mean the rumors?
I'm not sure how much information has spread since that occurred.
Iron Boot wouldn't shut up about it when he got back to the tavern.
Does sound like
How
Iron Boot.
his glorious exploits as he took on the Lasharvan Navy.
Do you know where they headed after that happened?
Who? Iron Boot?
Iron Boot, yeah, the ship.
He came back to Tally Ho.
Okay. Do you know if they're still docked there?
Haven't been there in a bit of a spell. I had work in Kamicus to do, but that's where I be headed in a few days.
Would you be okay with us, with payment, of course, heading with you in a few days to Tally-Ho?
I'd consider it.
I'll make sure I bring another bottle of rum if we do decide to take you up on that. I really do appreciate it.
I have to see how much space that I have after I am finished loading the cargo.
Okay. I was the one they rescued, at least amongst the men from that Coliseum.
So I heard. An elf and one of the giant cats.
Man, he's one of my closest friends. We need to.
A good friend to have. Wouldn't mind having a few of them within our crew. Strong as a bull.
Very strong. That?
Though they stick out like a sore thumb, they're not so good at the smuggling thing.
True. But yes, I may take you up on that, Snake Eyes. I just wanted that known before we parted ways.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll let you all know whether or not I'll have room on my ship or not. Just come meet me. I depart in about 3 days.
Understood. Well, Marcus, I believe we've wasted enough of the good captain's time.
Yes, I believe we have. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, Snake Eyes.
To you as well.
Before Marcus and I make it like back to the tavern, I want to talk to him for a little bit, but like not on the ship.
As we leave the ship, I'm also going to take my cloak off and stow it away.
Fair enough.
Where? Oop! I just lost myself.
Oh,
Oh, okay, cool. I'm
go
right here.
soul searching.
Where are you?
Wait, where did Odin go?
Yeah, where are you?
I don't know. I got teleported.
No, I teleported you guys near the tavern.
Yeah, I'm near the tower. I'm outside
Okay,
of it.
yeah,
There
that's
we go.
fine. So, no, I don't want to be in the tavern. I just want to talk to Marcus.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I want to just piece together a few things with you that I observed from the discussions you were having with the captain. First, the tally-ho idea might come in handy. I don't know, we'll talk to the party about that, but having an easy way to get there, I feel will be beneficial to the party. But along the lines of what you were saying about the cycle and the gods and potentially like the Titans, potentially them targeting specific clergymen, I think in the morning we should talk to the tavern keeper and see if we can find other individuals that are associated with Ocaris or any of the other Titans to see if maybe they'll be the next targets and get some information from them.
Of course. It's the only lead we currently have. The only running theory that would tie them together. But
Okay.
if all pirates are worshipping Tempestra, why was that one in particular killed? And why with Silver?
What
I
I'm
think we need to see the other bodies again.
I agree. If they're still there, it's possible that the woman we met, the herbologist, I think she was, right? Herbalist.
We didn't meet her. We found her dead body.
Well, we found her dead body. She was hunting changelings, and it's possible that she wasn't hunting alone. So the one that went and killed the pirate might not necessarily have been the same individuals that killed the other bodies, and might have been trying to kill a changeling.
Now the question is it only the Titans, or is it also the lesser gods as well?
Could be. Well, we'll have to ask around town. I think the tavern keeper will give us a lot of information. Maybe even Gear might know something. He is new to the party.
Maybe. I still wouldn't trust him with our secrets, though. He needs not know about our connection with the Titans.
Speaking about secrets, how do you know my father?
What do you mean?
Well, I've told you before, I am a Lakarovo. I am his son. He tried to kill me. And I hear you talking about him to the captain.
I was speaking about Blackjack. What's Blackjack's last name again?
Lakarovo.
Oh. He is the man who raised me.
You have the ability of like testing blood and stuff like that. Would you be able
Not
to?
Necessarily. I could, with a blood sample, I can track someone. That's about it.
Okay. It's just
if they're within a certain distance of me.
It's just very interesting how closely tied we seem to be. You with my family and me with my own.
Well, the world is a small place. with big adventures.
And with that, I start heading into the tavern to go to sleep.
All right. As I go into the tavern, I turn around and lock the door behind me.
Okie dokie. Give me just a second.
Out of character, Marcus, that's the first time in character that we've brought up. I mean, not me bringing up that Lucro was my father, but the link. That's never happened in the campaign, which is kind of cool.
No, because like it was never mentioned that my last name.
Exactly. But now I know your last name, so I'm gonna edit your name on the stream because we can finally do it.
Can we take
It's
like
my
a 5
adopted
minute
name.
break so
Yeah.
I can go to the bathroom?
Yeah, sorry,
let's
that's
do
what
a
I was
quick
doing. I
break,
just
because
loaded up. I loaded up Eric's stream.
Are you
and went
guys
to the bathroom.
doing, so just out of curiosity, are you guys doing anything else for the remainder of the night?
When I was gonna try and sense Karama, but that was it because I had sent him out.
No.
But that was it. Then I was gonna go to bed.
You're not going to be able to, he'll talk to you in the morning.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I
That's
was gonna
what I
say,
need to know.
how late is it? I'm just gonna read
It
the
would probably
religious
be
books.
it'd be, okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything else for the remainder of the night? It would be pretty late in the night. It'd probably be like 11 o'clock, closer to midnight at this point.
Honestly, Gear's probably drinking.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's take a 10-minute break then.
okay.
And we'll pick up at dawn then when we all come back.
But that counts as a long rest.
This will count as a long rest.
Okay.
Odiden, you will from your reading and stuff like that with the roll that you gave me, you will. Oh no, wait, that was spare train. I'm sorry. Yeah, roll me a d10 for that. I'll
Eight.
resolve those things in the morning. Okay. You're gonna gain 8 points towards your religion then, and I'll give spare train information when we come back from the break. 10 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you.
He probably even actually woke up with the
You
stick.
all wake up. You do indeed wake up, and you don't feel great right now because like you have a hangover, and yeah, you slept on the fucking table essentially.
Yeah.
The tavern keeper was nice enough to like swing your legs over and let you like actually like sleep on the bench instead of like passed out. And you notice that there was a blanket strewn over you.
He kindly gets up, even though he's not feeling very well. Gets up, folds the blanket, hands it back to the barkeep. Thank you, thank you for your generosity.
I had a bed for you. I had a bed set out for you.
Funny
You didn't
how the
have to
past
sleep
can
on the
sneak up.
bench.
Funny how the past can. Funny how the past can sneak up on you, and all you can do is drink yourself stupid.
Been there. So if you've got that many ghosts in your past, sounds like you should maybe do something about that. Make atonement with the Titans.
I'll consider something of that sort.
Problems like that don't just go away on their own.
Don't I know it?
Sounds like the others are waking up too.
Good I didn't meet my entourage.
Well, I stayed down in the bottom, by the way. I was just, like I said, I was just sitting there reading my book, and then the chance. I never went upstairs.
The barkeeper like jumps a little bit and sees you just like sitting there reading it.
The fuck did you come from?
Nope. I was sitting there watching. Very kind of you to give him a blanket and help him relax. I was gonna let him drink off his stupor. Not interfere with him. I did lock up as you asked.
Ooh,
Hey.
I should probably go unlock that.
I remember everything.
He
That
does get up and,
right?
Yes.
Oh no, that was him saying that.
I assume that you guys also attuned to your items, by the way. Anyone who did pick up a magic item.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I was already
just-
tuned everything in
yes.
mine, but yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, I'll do
I'm
it.
gonna give you, yes. I do need to know the second
The what? You cut out.
detail of that amulet, by the way. I need to know if there are any exceptions to the amulet.
No, I'll tune to the amulet.
Well, but is there anybody you don't want the amulet to trigger off of,
Okay.
like Karama, things like
Oh,
that?
yeah. Well, obviously Kurama, right? We already just settled that. And then
Yep.
how many is it that I can choose? It's 2 or 3.
It's
There's
unlimited, I
no
think.
limit.
Oh, there's no limit.
You just designate which characters are not going to be, or which are not going to trigger your amulet.
But they're just creatures, right? So like my party members aren't part of that.
Specific persons. Well, I
Okay.
mean, like, you don't have to name every single person. Like, it's just if you know a specific character is going to be triggered by it, then I would add them to the exception list, right? But you don't have to tell me every single fucking person that you've met. Just if there's any specifically that you do not like, or that you specifically want to mention, then I will add them to the exception list.
Got it. Really, the only one that's specific is Kurama, and if any other ones are like in mind, I'll just send you a DM. Well, Kurama definitely, because there's
Okay.
no reason.
Wait, here's the thing. You have to target them as not being affected by amulet when you attune to it. So you're only going to change that on a long rest.
I'm going to give it to him in this case. So, it's fine.
Yeah, because
So
I mean,
you're
there's
attuned
not
to it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have to be touched to the person. It doesn't have to be touched to the person. It just has to be named.
Yeah, but I have to attune
When
it tonight.
attuning. So he would have... Right.
So,
Eric, you are attuned to the amulet and the cloak.
Mhm.
I'm going to give that to you as having done over the course of the night.
Yep.
And
we're saying
Karama has been added as an exception, which, speaking of, Karama does appear next to you.
Okay. Hey, Kurama.
Hello.
How was your night?
Uneventful.
So
Nothing happened.
leads me to
However-
believe nothing happened.
My morning wasn't.
Oh. Go on.
He got a call this morning and was informed that there was another 2 murders last night.
Wait, who got a call? You cut out.
There's 2 more.
There
Murders.
was 2 more murders over the course of the night.
Oh.
Damn
One
it.
of them is going to be one that we found
is it?
Penny Apple.
Damn it.
has her body been desecrated in the same way?
Her body is missing, but her armor is left behind. I suppose that there's no guarantee that she's dead, but there is a trail of blood,
There's no way she would have willingly left her armor.
and her armor is cleaved clean open. It seems... Well, I mean, I think you should speak to the investigator. He is, by the way, outside. He was coming to the tavern to find you all and give you the update. But I can assure you that I followed him over the course of the night, and unless he's capable of being in multiple places at the same time, it wasn't him.
Well, I've already verified that he's not a changeling at the very least. He didn't react to the silver.
What of the other body?
As I said, I think that you should speak with the tavern keep, not the investigator. He'll lead you to where they are, and I think that you all should take a look again.
Thank you, Crom. And I
All
grab
right.
I grab out some rations because I don't think he's eaten, and I give him food.
Oh yeah, I'm eating breakfast.
Yeah, I'm eating my breakfast too.
Me too.
So
Gear's heading for the door pretty quickly. He's gotta clear out his stomach.
shall we head out then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lead the way.
We'll be back. We'll be back later, barkeep.
Sounds good. See you later.
You can expect Snake Eyes to stop by. He says hello.
Oh.
He should be coming to have a drinking
Well,
party
that'll
with
be
his
a
crew later.
pleasant surprise.
As you guys go out the door, you guys run into
Whoa.
Watch
Snake
where you're
Eyes
going.
and his
Yeah.
crew.
Oh, hello, investigator.
You haven't seen the investigator yet
Oh.
because there's a crowd of pirates in
Oh, no.
like at the door.
Oh.
Ahoy!
Well, I see you're getting an early start.
He stares at you like clear like
I would be very careful if you wish to prevent yourself from getting drowned in a couple of days if I do let you on my boat. I'm
Well,
And
not
I'm
a
guessing,
pirate.
I'm guessing you met Eric already. God damn it. Why am I not surprised?
Hmm.
Good morning to you, Snake Eyes.
Morning to you. Took you up on your offer, Marcus. Coming to see an old friend.
He's been very kind to us. I appreciate your patronage for him.
Never gonna turn away a free beer.
Well, I'll leave you to take care of our friend's tavern keeper. His name started with an R. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
Romir.
From here.
So I'll move you out.
I'll move myself out. There you go.
And after like the commotion of them like piling into the tavern, you do see the investigator and a guard standing there, and he does not look very impressed at the fact that he just saw a swarm of pirates entering the tavern.
Oh boy. Over here.
Is that something that I need to be concerned about?
Oh, probably not. They're old friends,
They're pirates.
but they're friends with the tavern keeper.
Yeah, that's the concerning part.
I paid the pirates a visit last night, and after my discussion, I gave them some coin as thanks to go and celebrate. They're just here to drink off a long voyage.
Gear walks up, says sorry, puts a hand on the shoulder, looks down, and throws up at his feet.
Do we have to stick with this one?
He looks down at you and then looks back up at you, and you can see in his face like he's holding back every fiber of his being to just like prevent him from socking you.
Did it splash on the investigator, or is it just all over by his feet?
It's just right by his feet, which is why he didn't sock him.
Let me handle that. I'll use a first level spell and use create water to wash it away.
Don't you have
Don't you have
prestidigitation?
prestidigitation?
I do not on this character, no.
No.
I have thaumaturgy.
I mean, I don't have that either.
I would
but,
just save
you
your
know.
spell. He just kind of steps away from it.
Before he steps away, Gear's going to pat him twice on the shoulder. Thank you for that. And just kind of, drunken, or that hungover.
I have bad news for you all.
We're being accused of another murder.
Actually, I think that would be good news at this point.
What's the news? What's the news, investigator?
We found your friend. Or at least her armor.
What?
The fuck you mean her armor?
Just follow me and my deepest and most sincere apologies.
I just kind of looked to the other two. I just look at like Eric and Marcus, and I got like a face on me.
She had some tough armor. What could have gotten through that?
Alright, everybody stop moving for a sec.
I pick up
No.
Kurama and just kind of cradle him because he was the one to have to see it.
Well, he didn't see the murder,
No, he saw the empty. He saw all what we're about to see. That's got to be not good.
Back here, we found both of them back here. It seemed that your friend got a jump ahead on the investigation and, well, she might have seen something and might have caught your murderer off guard. The good news is, from all of this, is I do believe that this clears you all.
Well, Gear was with us.
I know.
I kind of like shove my way through the guards to look. Oh, there's one.
Sorry.
I can't see.
You do see the armor right behind the guards.
Hmm.
And the armor is cleaved cleanly. You do notice that it doesn't appear anything has been taken from it, though the core has been cut asunder. And 2 stones lie there.
If it's okay with you, Inspector, we'd like to return her belongings to her next of kin.
Of course. In this case, anything that you find there is yours to take. I know that she was your traveling companion.
I take a little bit of the blood, make the 3 dots, and say this will have to do till we find the body.
Again, my deepest condolences. And sorry for accusing you at first.
Sorry for putting you on test as well last night.
This one you do see has been done in the same motive as the other ones. However, it does appear on this one as though he did not finish the ritual circle. It looks like he was interrupted.
Interesting.
However, the hands have already been cleaved and the mouth is already sewn.
So we see that he has an order of operations for the ritual then. The glyph on the ground is the last thing to be done.
Seems so. We did take the opportunity to get ahead of this, to test some of my theories. I found notes on the body. And with some of the theories that you all have done already, I took a closer look based upon the research that you've done as well, and same motive. Silvered weapon, same as the last body.
She was a worshipper of Volcanus as well.
And the elf over there, Ocaris.
So the Titans we have left would be Cold Armor Zoo, and if you count the unknown Chronolis.
Who is
I
Chronolia?
kind of like shoot a glare at Marcus after he said that.
He is a long forgotten keeper of time.
There's another one? Holy shit, I
What?
really don't know anything about.
Listen,
We need to.
if
Anyway,
there's any chance, do you know
I
if there's anybody in town that is a follower of Cold Armor Zoo?
I my guess, if anything, would be anybody who would be from the northern kingdoms. Typically not something that you find common among, you know, the humans and whatnot.
Oh.
I want to say that I found a bit more information within the notebook.
Go on.
Well, with the guilds.
What exactly did you find?
It seems that this one was carrying, well, had some sort of mission. They were working with the Order of Phantoms. She had a letter in her pocket. It was addressed to. You see him flipping through the notebook again. What was the name? He's struggling. Elreal. Another member of the Order of Phantoms. It seems that Elreal was in charge of this, and they were looking to try and intercept some sort of box. But she was writing a letter to apologize to him for failing. She also had a lot of shipping manifests and whatnot. They were tracking one of the ships. But she had one in particular circled, and I think I understand why she failed. It arrived about 3 days prior to where it was supposed to. They were shipments from a town by the name of, oh, what was it again? He's flipping through the book again. Ballast.
Is that the town with the thing we robbed?
We never
Wait,
made it to
what?
that town for that.
Oh,
No, I'm saying that out of
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Sorry.
We never went to a town for that. We took it as
No,
in-
but we don't know where that came from either.
True.
So I didn't know if that
Right.
was part of.
I don't know. I'm just talking in character. If you guys want to make
Okay.
the connection to that, then feel free.
So you said that it just didn't arrive and they were killed because of it?
No, from what I'm reading here, she was tasked by Elreal to retrieve the shipment, but the ship arrived 3 days earlier and she missed the shipment. And she was writing an apology letter to Elreal, saying that she's sorry that she failed.
Does the amulet react at all to the area that we're in, where the bodies are, all this stuff?
No. As of right now, the amulet is not reacting.
Okay.
I'm going to pull Eric to the side. It was like, I need a minute with you.
Yeah.
Like out of earshot of everybody. Come here.
Even Marcus?
Especially me, probably.
Okay.
No, what? Well, Marcus can if he wants to, but I don't know if he's going to do something else. I wanted to talk to you specifically.
Gotcha.
If Marcus wants to come over here, he can too.
Oh, I'll come with
You know what? I'm going to motion to the party to come over here.
Even gear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we can get him involved.
Gear
Right.
would probably not be the fastest to respond, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good on.
God, give us a second, investigator. I'm gonna. And
Certainly.
so, I'm gonna be like, all right. 2 of us need to go back to the tavern.
Why?
I think the innkeeper is the last target.
Is he from the north?
Remember, he is from the north. He said he was from the north, right? Out of character.
Yes.
Okay. So the innkeeper's in danger. Okay. That
The
lines
innkeeper's
up.
in danger. So
I will go back.
I want to. Okay, 2 of us need to go back. I'm gonna see if I can find anything real quickly. Gear, you're with me. Eric, Marcus, you're gonna go over there. We're gonna catch up with you. We'll be right behind you. I just want to see if I can't do a little more digging to see if I can't find anything, and then we'll collect Granny stuff. All right. Are we good with that?
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan, manliness.
Marcus?
Yes, sounds great. I will.
All right, Mr.
All right.
DM, how do you want to do this? We're splitting up.
We're splitting up again.
Okay.
Before we go,
Yes.
I'm going to need a blood sample from each of you. If you go missing, I will be able to track you through it.
All right, that's fine. Oh,
I take one of my daggers and I. You have a bottle, right?
I have lots of bottles.
Okay, yeah. I slit my wrist, but not long ways, down ways, so I don't puncture an artery. And I give him like my bloody, dripping arm.
Well, he's going with you.
Yeah, but he wants a blood from all of us.
Well, just the ones that we're separating from.
Ah!
Sorry.
Just
Right,
looking at my arm, like, damn it!
Yeah,
He already has his arm cut at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
And then I'll put a little notch in the glass and signify that it's your sample. Because honestly, if you think about it, it doesn't say it has to be a fresh sample. It just says a sample.
Yeah,
Correct.
so preemptive.
So I can use this forever.
Gear says
Voluntarily slit
I
my-
decline. I'll take my chances.
I have a quick question for the DM.
Sure.
If I cut myself in this form, will I revert back to my other form, or
Nope.
will I? No,
Although
thank God.
It will not, but I would be cautious about where you do it because you're in the disguise, a cut will not appear. Blood will basically just be appearing from an invisible wound.
Oh, that's right. So I kind of want to do
That, or if you're not comfortable with cut, maybe we could loan out the sending stone and keep one with each side of the party.
yeah, because obviously with what I got going on here.
Yes.
Oh,
I understand.
I just look at Gears like, don't worry about it.
All right,
Joe,
I give-
you're gonna.
I wasn't going to worry about it. Don't worry.
So I'm
So
gonna-
you two are going back to the tavern.
Yeah,
and
I give Locknada the other stone though, so that way we can.
Can
keep
I
talking.
use a medicine check to patch up his little cut?
Yeah. No, you don't even need to roll a medicine check. Just bandage it.
But it was a nat 20. Oh, hey.
Fine. You bandage it extremely well, like
I gotta get my nat 20 counts.
I'm in
You
awe.
made it so well it's doing damage.
I am going to start
I
with
spit on it
Marcus.
and rub some dirt in
I'm
it.
sorry, not Marcus. I'm going to start with Locknada and Gear. You guys are remaining here, right?
Yeah,
I guess I got volunteered to stay.
yeah. I kind of told Gear he had to stay.
The guards step aside for you.
I know, I know, Gear. You probably don't want to do this, but like
He
I
walks
got an
over-
idea.
He walks over to you, puts his hand on your shoulder. Forgive me. I'll reshoes.
I could have fixed that for him too.
Yeah.
You know, I would have sent you back with one of the other 2, but you're an artificer. That's artificer armor. I just kind of want you to just look at it.
You kind of see his like artificer armor, And he just stands up straight, shrugs off all feeling of ill, and just show me.
Okay, we just walk over the armor. It's like, you just take a look at that, whatever. I'll be over here at the body.
You do see the design of this. This is something like you haven't really experienced before. This is like beyond what you've seen the artificers in Wisharva capable of doing. However, you also recognize that this armor is completely destroyed. Like beyond repair.
Yeah. He Gear takes a look at it, and this armor, it's destroyed, but it's the craftsmanship. It's unlike anything I've seen before.
It's kind of just just monologuing to himself because I was like, all right, here's the armor, and I just walked away. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. He would definitely monologue that to himself too.
Okay.
He just goes over the armor once, then twice, trying to see if there's anything really missed.
Not really. I mean, you see that the armor could probably be scrapped for material, but like you also recognize like the little good voice in your head is realizing that the rest of the party who had a more of a connection to Granny Apple may not be as happy with you if you just started,
Yeah, no, he's not going to do that. Though he is going to. Is all the gear here? I'm assuming everything that Granny Apple was
all of
carrying.
her
Is on.
yeah, all of her equipment is there. And like I said, you do see 2 stones there as well. That again is a material like you've never seen before.
I'm going to pick it up. No. I'm going to poke it with the stick. Then I'm going to pick it up.
You poke it with a stick.
Maybe-
Nothing happens.
Okay.
As you pick up the stones, they feel warm to the touch, but otherwise you can't really decipher anything else from them. Lochnadah did not tell you, but Lochnadah, you would recognize that those 2 stones, if you did, because they were, I don't know if you looked closely at her armor before you walked over to that body.
No, I didn't.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to just stop there.
Yeah.
Gear will cast Identify on them.
Okay. Do you have a pearl?
Oh yeah, it's Pearl. I forgot. I'm not. Okay, he's not going to cast that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
There is
Why
a
do you
pearl
have a pearl?
in Granny Apple's bag,
I was gonna
but
say.
he hasn't like sifted through all that shit yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm being
he hasn't
respectful.
got to that point yet.
fair enough.
Yeah.
The person that's with me, that's Eric Lacrova.
Manliness.
No, you're with
Manliness.
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 Linus. What are these?
Manliness. What's up?
What are these? He holds up the 2 rocks.
I'm gonna turn around and actually look at what he's holding.
You recognize that was the core that was in Granny Apple's armor. And you remember distinctly Granny Apple talking mentioning that she had gotten those from the volcano, and that those were pieces of Mahina's chasuble.
That's the core to the armor.
As far as you, by the way, you're not really familiar with the concept of a core to the to artificer armor.
But I do know
school-
artificer armor in general, right?
You understand armor made by people from Lasharva, but Lasharva's armor has typically been a lot more mechanical than it has been magical.
Okay, fair.
So this is a bit alien to you.
Interesting.
That was what powered her armor.
Where did you say she was from?
She's from Dead End.
That
A light bulb
explains,
would, yeah, a light bulb would go off at that point
yeah,
because
that
you know
explains
that.
everything as he drops the cores. Those are useless.
Be careful.
Those are useless. Wow.
Ah, whatever. I'm gonna keep note of where he dropped them if he's not gonna pick
Okay.
them up again, because I'm gonna grab them because they're kind of
Okay.
important.
I was like, okay.
They're
But
important to the party,
I'm
but
going
they're
to
not
pick them up
important to him.
after.
Yeah.
He thinks
So
they're a
proceed with what you
battery.
were doing, by the way.
He thinks they're what, a battery?
Yeah. Dead end. Magic cannot. Dead end's dead end for a reason.
Fair.
So he thinks it's
mean-
just like a battery of some sort.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you gonna do anything else?
Yeah,
sorry.
he probably notices, the one beautiful shining thing that the tool.
You
He
do see
probably
the tool.
notices that.
What you see basically is the 2 cores, a backpack, well, actually 2 backpacks. You see one is a little bit fancier than the other. And that tool.
Linus.
Grab, while you're over there, just grab the bags, and then grab grab those 2 cores while you're over there. Don't just drop them.
If you say so. This tool.
Oh, and grab the 2. Yeah, that's
Can I use this?
You're an artificer, right? So yeah, go for it. Go crazy. I don't mind.
They were your companion. That's why I'm asking.
There's nothing we can do now. There is nothing we can do now. As he's kind of just looking at the ground now. As he's looking down.
You see the
Sorry
same MO
for
on the
your-
body
Huh?
in front of 2 lock. I'm sorry, 2 manliness. You see the same MO with the body in front of you.
Investigator.
Yes. You see something that I missed?
No. I don't see. No, it's the same MO. But you're probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say next.
Okay.
I think that innkeeper is the next target.
Target.
He's from the Northern Lands. Meaning he may have a religious affiliation with.
Do you want me
what
to
was-
send the city guard?
Create a perimeter around the tavern. Not like right next to the tavern, but make it a little bit outwards. Marcus and Eric have already headed over that way.
Got it. I'll do just that. And he basically hurries off.
All right, I don't got time. Time for an investigation check with advantage because of a body. That was not a good roll. That was not a good roll either. 15.
Gear is probably going to be able to see what he's doing, and
You see a very similar
Right.
idea to what you saw prior. The exception, though, this time, the sands show you almost the aftermath, where you see this figure beginning to draw on the ground, and you see him bolt up quickly, almost as if surprised by something, and draw a blade. And the sands flitter away.
Damn it. Why would she do this? It doesn't matter. Is there anything else in the body that I could find or see?
Nothing
Like
that the investigator was pretty thorough on this one based upon your past. Like, you don't see anything that he had missed.
Gear's probably going to be looking for traces of like residual poisons, just toxins in general.
You see a few, like, within the inventory of this elf here, you do see a couple basic poisons and stuff that is typical with her kin, her folk.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about like used on her.
You don't see any specific poisons used against her. Her wounds appear to be... The cause of death is pretty simple on this one.
Well, yeah. It's just something he would naturally do. But while no one's looking, he's probably going to snag those poisons.
Add 3 vials of basic poison.
Alright, well, there's nothing else I could just use from here. Are you done over there? You got everything?
Yes, I wanted to ask. Character or player forgot what it's called. Her casting pouch thing, her ingredient pouch. What's it called?
Component pouch?
Yeah.
Or no.
Does she have one?
Yeah, she has one. That's what Odidon wanted.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, never
I
mind.
had you guys sort everything. Oh, a component pouch? No. Everything that she has is in the unclaimed loot thing. Y'all can figure that out afterwards.
Yeah, everything
Real-
is done.
No, she didn't have a component pouch.
Alright. If you got everything, let's
Were
get
you
going.
just trying to find the pearl?
No.
No,
You would have
put it
to,
on
yeah,
the
you would have
floor.
to dig. You would have to dig through the bag to get to the pearl.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Oh, and you're probably gonna want to use that silver short sword, by the way.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
Putting a
And we're
pause
gonna-
on you two.
Yep.
I'm going to swap over to Marcus and Eric.
Mm-hmm. Boop, 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 boop.
Kick in the tavern door. Get down, Mr. President. Sorry. Um,
As you approach the tavern doors, you hear rowdiness and everything you'd expect from walking into a room full of pirates drinking alcohol. Eric, as you walk into the room, your amulet begins to vibrate.
Ahoy, mateys!
A dead silence stops, and they all just kind of look at you.
I'm not with him.
I immediately go to Marcus. He's like walking out. Immediately go to Marcus. Marcus. I say it like under my breath, whispering, "The amulet's going off. The amulet's going off."
That's it wasn't going off this morning, right?
Nope.
All right.
An annoyed look from all of them, but then they go back to their cheerfulness and drinking and whatnot and just ignore your ass.
Well, since I
Where's
got
going?
all of their attention, would I recognize any of the pirates
You no longer
here?
have their attention.
Right, but when I shouted "Ahoy, mateys," and they all turned and looked at me, did I notice any of the pirates here didn't look like the same pirates as the ones I saw on the ship? Like, do any of these pirates look out of sorts?
No. I mean, you didn't really take a close look at the entire crew.
I looked at everybody that was
one.
on the ship when I shouted because they all looked at me.
Did you?
Yeah, when I shouted with the
In
rum.
the dark? You looked at every single corner of that ship? And met with every single one of the pirates and had a close look at them?
I'd like to go in this corner here and cast Detect Magic.
Are
do you have it as a spell, or are you doing it as a
casting
ritual?
that as a ritual
No,
or a spell?
I'm doing it as a spell. I need it to be now so I
Okay.
can notice anything.
Okay.
You don't see anything magical.
Well, besides my gear, probably.
Besides,
Yeah, I see your stuff. Yeah, and whatever's on me. That was more just so you didn't have to do it as a ritual, Marcus.
Snake Eyes, actually, you do see his pistol appears to be magical. Hanging from his hip.
Okay. I walk up to the barkeep, assuming Marcus, have you started talking to him or?
Not yet. I was just going up to.
So, you're back already. Did you find your friend?
Oh, yes, Ramir, come closer. I beckon him to like kind of do it in like a silency.
He leans over.
You
You
may
learned
be
something.
You're not gonna kiss him too, are you, Eric?
No, Marcus. Ramir, you may be in danger.
Why would I be in danger?
We have reason to believe you may be the next target in all of these killings. That's why we rushed back here so quickly. And I go into my shirt and I pull out the amulet and I show it to him that it's glowing.
It's not glowing.
It vibrates.
It's
Okay, he sees
reverberating.
that it's reverberating.
What makes you think that I'm the next target, and what is that?
This senses creatures. We believe that a monster of some sort, of creature of some sort, may be carrying out these murders. We think you may be in danger because we believe that those linked to the Titans in some way, through faith or what have you, may be being targeted, and your Titan hasn't been claimed yet.
I don't remember ever mentioning my beliefs to you.
You are from the north, which would fall under the realm of Cold Armor Azul. So far, Argris, Alevandria, Lucaris, Volcanus, and Tempestra.
You are right, but that is bold of you to assume. Not all dragon can work followers or worshippers of Cold Armazu specifically. You understand that there are all of the Drekir up there.
That's where I was actually curious if you knew of anyone else in the city who might also worship, or who might worship Cold Armor Azul if you didn't. You would be our best lead.
But I do, but I'm just saying, just be cautious with your assumptions.
I wasn't assuming. I came to ask if you knew. Eric just automatically assumed, and I apologize for that.
The last thing I would want is to anyone that has been kind to me to suffer any type of ill fate.
Nonetheless, you're right. I am a follower of Koldar Mazu. If you believe that they are targeting, then what exactly are you asking me to do?
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just want to... I just want to make sure you're safe. And due to the fact that this amulet is vibrating at the moment, not all of these pirates here may be an ally.
Tell me something, Ramir. How often do these pirates come in here?
Depends.
Well,
To celebrate and drink like this, not often. To deliver things, often.
well, tell me. Do any of them look like they're acting differently than normal?
kind of like tilts his head and looks over at them, and you just see them drinking excessively and creating havoc. Nope,
You
everything
knew
looks normal to me.
you knew the herbalist that passed away recently, correct?
Not really, no.
No.
I think I've been there once, maybe, since I've been here.
Well, in her
This is a
we
large
found,
city. Not everybody knows everybody in the city, you know that.
well, in her basement we found ties to the Order of Phantoms, along with this amulet.
Well, I have no ties to the Order of Phantoms. I deal
But-
more with the Brass Serpent.
Yes, but the concern is that amulet will activate an alarm to certain types of creatures. There was a wanted notice for a changeling in the basement. So we're concerned that a changeling is going around murdering people.
Well, I know nothing of that.
I would be careful of those you trust in case they might be in disguise.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
If
Ramir.
there's any special catchphrases or anything that only you and the other person would know, it might be worth testing them to be safe.
As you're mentioning this, you do hear the sound of marching and chainmail from outside.
Ramir, can I have a...
All the pirates just kind of like freeze and stuff like that. I think it's time for us to leave, lads. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I kind of want to do something before they left. I kind of want to do something crazy, but I want to do it.
You do see them starting to get up, though.
Okay,
and starting
I'm gonna try to rush this as quickly as I can because I was trying to do this before
Okay.
that happened. Marcus, you have the vial of silver, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I please have the vial of silver? Ramir, can I please have it?
Wait, everybody, we all four of us got one. I split up the bottle so
Okay, so then I have it. Okay, Ramir, can
Yeah.
I please have a quick something alcoholic, anything. It doesn't even have to be alcohol. Just make it look like it's alcoholic, as quickly as you can.
He hands you a glass.
Okay. Ahoy, our pirates! Yo ho, yo! And I start splashing the drink around it. I try to hit all of them with it, with the silver in it.
Gotcha. The first thing that happens is that a pistol gets put to your forehead.
That's fine, but I'm still trying.
From Snake Eyes. The second thing that you see from this, most of them just kind of look annoyed. One of them does begin burning
Is it Ariel?
a little bit. It is.
Okay.
But before you can react, you have a bunch of pirates that begin surrounding you and like grabbing you by the cuff.
Okay. And while they're grabbing me by the cuff, I'm trying to.
Ariel, on the other hand, is beginning to like as you see like steam coming off of him, is slithering out of the tavern.
Okay.
Can I cast sleep?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I'll let him do that,
Alright,
but then I'm
yeah.
gonna, when he's done, I'm gonna try to do something. Sorry, I wanted to be like
wish-
as fast as possible because I had a feeling this was happening.
Yeah, okay. So 5d8, so I gotta roll.
Where are you
Are you
aiming
still
it?
using the legacy version?
Apparently, like that's all it's showing is the 5d8.
Okay.
I thought the other version was. I
Well,
guess it is
sure.
Legacy
Roll.
Sleep. Roll high, 25.
Okay. Where are you aiming it?
Oh, I don't know why it's. Oh, there it is. Dang. That's
Remember,
what it
I
said.
can't get hit by sleep spells.
No, but it's a 20-foot radius, so like.
Okay, but I'm saying if you want to put everybody to sleep, I'm not gonna get affected, so that's fine.
No, because it does my lowest hit points first, so like. And unfortunately, I don't see the guards outside yet, do I?
No, but you've heard the marching.
Okay.
Can I lock that? Oh, well, I was gonna try to only hit like 3 of the pirates and have the outside be, unfortunately, part of the target. I was gonna try to make it where,
Are you still casting it?
yeah, I'm just trying to. I don't know how to get it to lock to where I can move the bubble.
You right click it.
I don't know why that.
You're,
I'm just gonna go ahead and like do this because all of the guards have more health than that.
Yeah, well,
And when you hit that target, it does not seem to affect him.
damn, it failed. Snake Eyes. That's your traitor.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying.
Um,
So they're all on me right now, and I'm shouting. I don't care if they hear me or not, but I'm making sure that I get this out. That one! That one's burning! That one! Get them! That one! I'm just shouting.
What the hell are you talking about, lad?
Remember how we discussed Silver? Silver just burned them. They
That
are
one!
the changeling.
I'm like pointing frantically.
They're the one who murdered Mead Breath.
Looks like the guards got them.
He stops and then drops you.
Thank
That's
you.
so.
Sorry.
I had to
Eric
act
here
fast.
put silver in the drink and splashed it on everyone to
Can you
test
get rid of that
No.
ring? Thank you.
I'm sorry, Captain. I had to act fast.
Elreal, seeing the guards, like turns back around and then like runs into Snake Eyes.
Let's go.
In here, lad.
Basically drags his ass back in and
Let's
sits him down in
go.
one of the chairs.
You sit.
So. You're a changeling.
He kind of gives a slow like nod and then just his skin changes a little bit. And he reverts to his true form. I didn't murder them. And I think that this was already mentioned yesterday from what I could overhear from the conversation. I have proof and evidence it was not me. As you can see, Silver burns me. By the way, fuck you. Secondly, those murders, from everything that I heard, was conducted by a silver weapon, ergo it cannot be me, because if I wielded that silver weapon, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
Technically, silver weapons are only coated in silver on the blade. And secondly, if you wore gloves, you could handle any silver, could you not?
He holds up his hands and you see that he has fingerless gloves.
Even so, the hilt is not covered in silver.
Then
The sword.
inspect me and find that I'm holding no silver weapons.
Elreal, you know more than you're telling us.
Actually, I know nothing about the murders. I didn't really care about it. I'm just trying to live and survive. My kind isn't exactly popular among many.
Tell us about the wanted poster then that we saw of the changeling. Is that you or is that someone you know?
What wanted poster?
We saw it in the Phantoms thing.
Did we
saw
grab
the
it
changeling.
with? Did we bring it with
Yeah,
us?
did we
or
take
not?
that with us?
I don't know if we did.
Why is the Order of Phantoms after me?
That's what we want to know.
They're hunting changelings.
I'm looking at Snake Eyes. I am a member of the Order of Phantoms.
And what of the herbalist? Do you know how she ended up dead?
What herbalist?
There was an herbalist with ties to the Order of Phantoms here in the city. She died yesterday.
I have her book, right?
Mm,
Or does Manliness have it?
Seems
I
this
have the book.
man isn't my guy.
But do you have the cloak?
I'm wearing it. Yeah, I show the cloak that I'm wearing.
I'll leave him to your care. You're no longer part of my crew. Order scum. Pirates
Thank you
are
for your help,
going
Captain.
Sorry that he splashed you with alcohol.
Yeah, I'll make up for it.
Okay. This is where I am going to momentarily pause you guys.
Mhm.
Because at the same time, Waknada and... Come on. Waknada and Gear will arrive. And you find a line of guards out, and you see a pile of pirates like slip out the side as they're like as these guards are like getting in position.
You know what else? Find that halfling rogue out there kind of suspicious.
Yeah. I was just about to say, what's up with
He's
that?
been there for a minute.
Yeah, I saw him too.
Okay. Anyway,
Guards, status report.
Just got here on orders of the investigator.
Okay.
Captain turns around. Interesting that you start ordering my men around now. Take it that you found
Aye.
some information.
Well, we found somebody that we believe to be the next victim.
Is that so?
Ergo, why you're around this tavern. I'm not trying to be bossy, but I also want to get this investigation over with and the criminal caught. You understand?
Of course I do. So, I guess we're just going to guard here then.
Guard here, and then
Do you have a suspect
After-
in mind? Or are you still
What?
dead in the water on that?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I thought, we thought it could have been a changeling because of the first two murders, and then the wanted poster. So then we suspected that the investigator was could have been the said changeling, but it can't be a changeling, so we don't think it could be the investigator.
Interesting.
But of course, don't tell him that because obviously we didn't. But right
My
now,
men-
we have no idea.
My men cannot stay here forever.
Yes, I know that.
So you better figure out who this is quick.
Well, if it's us four here, we should be fine. I just want you guys to just go through the city. If you see anybody that looks even a little bit suspicious, even if they look the wrong way,
If we are to move
Let
from
us-
this post, that will be orders of the judge.
yeah, fair enough. Well, if us four
Let
are
him-
here,
Let him through.
don't worry. I want to get this. I want to get this done as soon as possible too.
You enter and you see them interrogating a creature, which Loknada you will recognize very much from that book.
Oh, there really was a changeling.
I turn around. Oh, glad you guys are here.
He's sitting there wiping his forehead with
Wait,
a rag, trying to like deal with the burns and stuff.
he might be
So
more
I'm
willing
guessing-
to talk if
I'm-
we deal with these injuries. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
He heals. Well, thank you. Take
So
it that
I'm gonna
means
guess you.
I'm off the hook.
I'm
No,
gonna
but
guess you
No.
with.
I don't believe in torture.
I'm gonna believe you're with the Order of Phantoms, seeing as they're the only ones that actually, to my knowledge, have changelings.
Yeah, that's me. Your friends were just telling me that I had someone from the Order hunting me down.
You've done anything to the Order to stab him in the back?
As a matter of fact, I have.
And what did you do?
I got word of a shipment coming in from Ballast. Something stank about the situation. I wasn't really happy about everything, and the orders seemed unlike anything that we've done. Experiments within the Order has become increasingly high and whatnot. And since the lab has been destroyed, look, we got orders from Dr. Black to retrieve this shipment, to steal it from Lashava. There was no way in hell that I was going to give it to him, though. I wanted to intercept it myself, so I sent one of my assassins to go and find it. I haven't seen her, though, so I'm going to assume that she failed.
Who's your assassin?
Was an elf.
Yeah, well, then you're not gonna like what I have to say next.
You found her. She's another
Yep.
one dead, isn't she?
Yep.
Fuck. That means that Dr. Black must have gotten the shipment. And that's nothing good.
What was in the shipment? Do you know?
I don't know the exact details, but he's kind of looking around and in a very hushed voice. Has any of you ever heard of anything called the Shadow Blight?
Yeah.
We've come across it a time or two.
You've come across
Gear
it.
says no, haven't heard of anything about it.
We've fought creatures with Shadow Blight and survived to tell the tale.
Interesting.
Well,
You-
that's no good.
You may also be
Nope.
familiar with Chimera, maybe?
Oh, of course I know Chimera. One of the finest assassins within the group.
He's one of my closest friends.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet acquaintance.
I'm
I'll
surprised
admit
you
he
have
hasn't
friends,
really
Mage.
I'll admit he hasn't really spoken of you.
It's for the best.
But anyway, Dr. Black has been experimenting with the Shadow Blight. I have a feeling that that shipment contained more of the sample.
What kind of sample are we talking about?
I'm not sure exactly, but he's received shipments before of the Shadow Blight. He was working on it with... well, I don't really know who he was working on it with, but somebody from Lashava. They were creating something, and I'm not sure where that went. But all of a sudden, he had a very vested interest in this shipment. He was planning on stabbing his contact in the Shava in the back. Not literally, well, at least not that I know of. If he was, I wasn't the assassin given the order to do it.
Was this shipment supposed to be carried over sea or over land?
Well, it would have to be oversea. It was coming from ballast.
And it was a Lasharvan ship that was shipping it oversea?
It was, yes. It was a ship that was supposed to arrive, I believe, sometime last week.
And it never did?
I'm not sure. I was waiting on my contact to give me the update.
None of this makes any sense.
I do
Oh.
recall in Lasharva there was, I don't recall the name, but I recall someone working on something secretive. I don't remember the details very clearly, but something
The
about
Shava's up to something. That much I know.
I would agree.
No, I agree too.
Tell me something. The person you were imitating, who is that?
Just a random pirate I saw.
Hmm.
There wasn't really any rhyme or reason to it, just something to keep my disguise up. I shift every few days, just to keep the suspicion off. I don't murder anyone, though, that isn't a... I shouldn't even be admitting that to you.
I feel like you're not really in a place where you can hide stuff from us right now. Best
You
to
only
be
kill
as
those that you're told.
honest to us as you can.
You'd
You
be
only kill
surprised.
those. You only kill those that you're told to kill, right?
That's correct. I'm sure you're all strong and stuff like that, but I'm quite resourceful.
Well, knowing that someone's out there
If I
trying to
wanted
kill
to leave.
changelings.
If you, yes, we know you could have killed all of us already, but we're
That's
not trying
what
to
I was
kill you.
saying. I was saying that I would have been gone and out of here already.
Seemed you were trying to do that
True.
prior to me splashing you. Where were you off to?
Actually, I was just enjoying a drink until you splashed me.
Why were you
Truthfully.
in such a rush to get out the door?
Because you splashed me with silver.
Prior to me splashing that, you
Idiot.
were heading
No,
on
he
your
would.
way out.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, they were all going to
No.
lead guards, not because of the silver.
Oh, okay. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, this Shadow Blade business is sketchy. We don't want anybody messing with that. We don't want more chaos in the world as there is.
Do you know where that
There's two
shipment...
places then that you should be looking into for information with that then. Because like I said, Rashava's up to something, and so is Dead End. Specifically the branch within the Order of Phantoms within Dead End. Order of Phantoms is not what it was. We were never... I don't know what's changed, but I won't be a member any longer until I see a glimmer of what it was back.
But then
Are
how
you-
about this? How would you like to help us stop with the Shadow Blade? Stop the Shadow Blade from being used and exploited the way it is.
You recruit me?
In a sense, yes.
Fine.
You seem like a good person. A good changeling.
I'll help where
We
I
could use
can.
somebody... What was that part I didn't hear?
Said I'll help where I can.
DM, is Elreal technically a mercenary or no? Curious.
Yes, he will be a mercenary if
okay,
you
okay.
recruit him.
Cool.
I had an idea. You said you're good in a fight and you can take care of yourself.
Of course I can.
We believe that Rodmir might be the next target. Would, if we can get him to agree to it, would you consider changing into him to try to lure out the assassin?
The assassin's been using a silvered weapon. If I lure out the assassin, and he does hit me with it, I'm toast.
But that's the thing. We'll lay out a trap. We'll lay out a trap, and then we'll have to jump on him before he has a chance to strike.
I'll be the bait as well.
That's still risky. An instantaneous death.
Wait
I
a
see
minute.
I see the risk and why you'd be worried about that.
No.
Any
We
other
don't.
circumstance, and I'd be more agreeable to that, but since he started
No.
using that silver weapon, it's caused me concern.
So
I
it's
got a
him.
better idea. How about for the time being, you just help us keep him safe, and then I'll change it to him and I'll lure him out.
Would work.
I mean, of course, it won't be the same way as I'm not a changeling, but I can disguise myself pretty good.
What I do know from my own investigation into this, he's a magic user. That in itself is risky, because he might be able to detect you using magic. I can see as clear as day that you are already wearing a disguise. And if he has the same capability of doing that, you would be at risk. He would see through your illusion immediately.
We gotta find a way to trap him.
Well, you already know who his target is.
We have an idea of who his target might be. There's no guarantee.
Correct.
Fair enough.
Then why don't we
You
cause
sounded
a
a lot
ruckus?
more. You sounded a bit more confident than what I had. What I'm hearing now.
What was that, Gear?
Like,
Then why don't we cause a ruckus? Give him a quote unquote opening to come in and do what he needs to.
Are you saying
we
throw a
would.
giant party in this tavern?
No, I'm saying cause a fight. Cause a ruse. Have a little dance. Have a little tussle. Get him to come in.
are you saying that we should damage the tavern? Because that doesn't sound quite
No,
right.
I'm saying we should fake fight.
As you're saying this, by the way, you do hear a voice call out from outside. Where is the investigators? And as you hear that voice, you see him like just quickly shift into something. You see the judge appear in the door. There you are. I heard about it. Everything going on. She looks around. Who's that one? A suspect, or?
Someone we've recruited to help.
I see. She closes the door behind her. I have a bit of news to share. There's a complication. I do believe that you're innocent now. In fact, I'm almost positive of it. And first off, I want to extend my apologies about your friend. But that's not how I cleared you. Somebody was tampering with my gods.
In what manner?
A spell.
Yes, we know.
Yep.
Why wasn't that in the investigation reports then?
We mentioned it to the investigator.
Idiot. I knew I should have called that one from Dead End.
Which one?
Oh, you wouldn't know him. Anyway,
He's kind of. I just kind of look at the other. I look at Eric and Marcus. I'm just like.
And I do know the investigator I was speaking to yesterday about the murder down at the docks. He didn't seem like he was all there.
Anyway, somebody cast Modify Memory on them. Once it was removed, they had no idea what I was talking about when they said that they saw your party fleeing the scene.
Do you think the investigator might be involved? Because we did ask why he wouldn't have
He
used
has an
magic.
alibi for at least 3 of the murders.
We do.
Have they
He was
been
working with-
verified?
He was working with me yesterday during the time of the 2 murders. So unless you think that I'm involved in this too,
We never said anything.
Until I know anything, I'm not ruling out anything.
I'm with
Just
Marcus.
as you didn't rule us out, we can't rule you out. You may be the judge.
she's giving you a very, like, cold, flat look.
Judge Maritha, you can't look down on us here. We're the outsiders. We have to take into account everyone we've met.
May I ask you something? Are you originally from Lasharva?
Not from the city itself, but the island, yes. I'm a local from here. I've been born and raised here my entire life.
Who's your deity? Who do you worship the most?
I'm a judge. Who do you think?
Alejandro.
She gives you that point and, like, eyebrow raise at the same time, like, you got it.
You know, of all
blame
these-
us for being suspicious. Lots of mysterious murders. Our companion was murdered. We don't know
And
who to
you know-
trust.
You know, it is kind of funny. This whole situation. Because for as far as we know, somebody's been targeting us and using us as their,
I think
As
you're
like
on
a
the right
scapegoat.
track. I think that it's an inside job.
But
Too much
also at
evidence
the-
has been tampered with. Too many false witnesses. Too many false suspects. Somebody was close enough to the gods for them to cast a spell on them, and them not to notice. They don't even have a recollection of who did it. And after the spell was removed, that should have been the same. That should have.
But then why would you come to us
Because
personally?
I'm not sure who to trust anymore, and unfortunately, the people that I had as my original suspects are the only people I can trust right now. The inspector is another one that I'm trusting, but I can't have him here right now. I need him working elsewhere. Trying to get to the bottom of this and going over everything. Every single scrap of information that we have.
There's two
I think
people
that he was onto this. Onto something with the religiously motivated killings.
I'd like to stumble in action. I would like to pick up the glass that's on this table here, this goblet. I'd like
Okay.
to pour some silver solution into it from my bottle, 'cause I still have some. And I'd like to stumble and pretend to trip and hit her like hand with the silver. Accidentally.
I don't think it's actually something the silver's going to solve at this point.
I mean, who knows?
She
I'm gonna try it.
She gives you a very cold look.
I'm sorry, Judge. I was just trying to get by.
We know it's not a changeling. You don't need to worry about the silver.
Eh,
If you ever pick up another career, make sure you stay clear out of any acting role.
don't gotta tell me twice.
Has there been anybody within the ranks that have been talking about discourse, saying how they have a negative view towards the divine?
I have no evidence of that. This hurts me to say, but I'm not even sure which ones that I would think are capable of this. From the notes that I've read so far from the investigator, he indicated that it had to be a spellcaster. But I don't know which one of my men are capable of casting spells and which are not.
Surely that's something that can be rectified in the future once we figure this out.
I'm sure it can. Means that
Spellcaster
I
can
need
be
to
a
do a
great
little bit.
asset.
I'm sure they can, but they can also be a big thorn in your side.
Of course.
I need to improve the way that I apparently recruit my men. So, that's the information that I have. I wanted to let you all know that personally.
And two things that I would like. One, like I want you, I want you to put out an order for the guards to have them go around the city looking for anybody suspicious. That way, that'll keep them busy.
You want them to abandon the post? What
Yes,
if-
with us here, we'll be fine. You'll be safe.
Okay.
And then a second thing, I'm gonna point to the guy behind me. He's actually gonna be your personal bodyguard. He's been vetted and he's clean. He's the only other person I can trust. Because I think now if you coming in here, if anybody saw you coming in here, you're now a target.
Very well. I will. We'll
And
come along then. You're really having me work with pirates now.
trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it was a good idea.
This is going to look really bad for my...
Would you rather we catch the killer and you be safe, or you get murdered and the killer's still at large?
I will order the gods. Fare thee well, adventurers.
Goodbye.
She steps out. You hear her give an order to Captain Triven. And the guards disperse.
Watch us be wrong about the target.
Okay.
We probably are, but at least we're.
At least we're doing something, right? Like
Yeah.
we're coming up with a plan and we're doing something instead of just like pussyfooting around. I'm down for doing
Yeah.
something and nothing.
Karama, I need to ask you a question.
Go for it.
Do you need sleep at all?
No. Well,
No?
not really. Of course I need a period of time to meditate, but
How much time do you need to meditate? Like an hour, 2 hours,
about
10
4.
minutes, 4 hours? Where's the innkeep? I'm never gonna remember his name. I'm just
Romir.
gonna call him R.
Hit tab.
Ramir? Ramir. Romir, where do you usually tend to sleep?
Back here. Pointing to the double doors, like right behind Marcus.
this is what we're going to. Okay, this is what we're gonna do for, at least for tonight. So you could just go in there, sleep like normal. Marcus, you and um, I, you and Karam are gonna take turns taking watch, because you both need 4 hours to meditate. Oh, so it's still in the middle. It's still daytime.
Yeah, we're not sleeping yet.
Oh, okay, then yeah, we're gonna have to. So during the daytime, I guess we could kind of just. Well, is there anywhere we need to go specifically? Anywhere we want to go?
I would like, and I feel like I need you with me, Manliness, because you're an investigator, to find out where the judge lives and try to like snoop around. Because we both have really high stealth and sneaking, so I think we'll be fine. I want to like
I would.
find out more.
I wouldn't say I had high stealth, but
I do.
my investigation skills are up the roof.
Right, and I mean I have really high stealth. I assumed
And
you
plus
did, but
this-
if you don't, that's fine.
it's also like 9-10, so
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Gonna,
This is for
we're
the
gonna do a
next.
part. We're gonna do a part 3 on this one, I
Yeah.
think, based upon what you guys are talking about.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
hear where you were at with that thought process. For next
Yeah.
time.
37. That's where we're at.
Okay, thank you. So is that a yes or a no? Because I just want that defined before next session.
Oh yeah, I can go with you.
Okay.
That's fine. And then Marcus and Gear, if you want to, I think you guys should stay. But if you guys need to do something else, that's totally fine.
Nope, I'm going to stay to protect him.
You
Smart.
I'm under you guys'
well, kind of at this point, we know you're not the killer, so you basically have rights to do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
you're a free person now.
Yeah, you're
You're
part of the
technically a
party.
free person.
what he's doing is drinking, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been cleared, so you're free to do whatever you need to.
Yeah, no, he's going to be doing some light morning, early afternoon drinking.
Okay.
Okay, so Gear and Marcus are staying in the tavern.
Yes.
Okay.
From
Eric and
Manliness.
Manliness are going where?
For next session, we're gonna go. Well, we're gonna have to ask the tavern keeper where it is, but we're planning to go to where the judge lives.
Okay, I'm actually gonna move you there now,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so you would have gotten direction that past the
Mhm.
prison and stuff like that. There is a. I'm gonna just move your characters there in just a moment. That
Yeah,
you'll head
I'm
up
not good
that
at
way.
investigating. I'm just good at sneaking.
I'm
You
not good at
know,
speaking.
in this way, up here is where she is said to. Her offices and stuff like that are there. As far as where she lives, he's not really sure.
Okay. Manliness, real quick. I gave you the stone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I can sneak and you can talk to me through the stone. That'll work.
Okay.
Okay.
To finish this session, Odiden and Gear, I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
26.
Is that what you actually got?
I rolled an 18, then I got +8.
Wisdom. That's a 19. I rolled a 17.
Got a high roller in our party. Nice.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh,
Both of you.
rolled up a desk. 12 plus 5, 17.
12.
Okay. Both of you felt something affect you, but you don't see anything.
Are we saving it for next time?
No. Please roll another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Total of 10?
Here.
17. Sorry, I'm holding a dirty diaper in my hand, so I'm kind
Great.
of.
Both of
Perception check,
you,
it smells like shit.
both of you suddenly are unable to move and become paralyzed. A figure appears in the doorway. And that is where our session is going to end.
Okay. Bye, me. Love you long time.
For a short time since you're not paralyzed.